Okay, there we go. Everything is set up. We are live, which means we can play DDLC again. So, hello everyone. It's your favorite programming error that just refuses to be fixed, CodeErr, and today we're gonna be returning to our castle walls for potentially the final time. So, this mod, I should say, has been quite an interesting journey so far. A lot of similarities to the base game, but also quite a few differences. And today, we'll see if we can get to an ending. I know there's two of them. We haven't really had any choices so far, but yeah, I think I remember it being 8 chapters long, but I am not entirely sure. And if I am correct about this, then I am pretty sure we will finish today. In any case, let's not waste any time, because if we finish quickly, I might even do both endings today, depending on how it goes. So let's jump right in. Last time, the festival happened. We already finished reading our poems out loud, and it's now time to basically clean up, but we want to hang out with Yuri. So, but me and her are supposed to hang out after this. I know who to bug about this. Bring myself back to reality. I walk over to Monica to see that. Mario in the stream. Welcome, Mario. Welcome to the stream. Yuri's already talking with her. Now I'm even more curious. Once I approach them, I decide to keep my mouth shut and listen in on what they say, hoping that they'll notice my presence without me having to say anything. This doesn't last for long, however, as Yuri seems to notice right away and looks away while lightly blushing. Let's see if I can voice today.
Oh, Code. We're just talking about you.
You were?
Well, sort of. You don't have to worry about taking care of the decorations. We'll keep the banner in the closet for it to stay. How does that sound?
Also, Viking, you're early today. Not as late as last time. Hope you're doing well today as well. Sorry I missed the last stream. I was too... Again, I keep saying it. Nobody ever has to apologize about missing streams on my channel. Come on. Plus, the last stream, I don't remember if you were here during the Genshin streams either, so you might have missed a couple. But, Did she read my mind? Nah, Yuri probably beat me to it or something. This time I wasn't playing a game that couldn't be paused. I was crying that shit out for hours. Ah, I see. Well, that is nice. So, by the way, I might as well say this again, since this will probably be the final stream of this Doki Doki mod. Starting next week, if we are able to finish today, which we should be, starting next week I will start taking a little bit of a break from DDLC until Club Meetings Season 3 collection comes out. And during that time, we will use the Saturdays to start a new series on the channel. I've talked about this before, but I have played Minecraft in the past. I attempted to play hardcore Minecraft twice, died both times. And I'm finally bringing Minecraft back to the channel, however with a twist this time. For one, I'm not playing on hardcore. That also means that, you can kill me anytime you want using chat, which is scary. But the twist is, every single stream I will add one more mod to it. And that's gonna be our Minecraft journey. So starting off will just be vanilla, but I'm sure it will quickly evolve into something very chaotic, potentially. We'll see how it goes. Nah, you'll probably beat me to it or something. It's too bad we can't just keep the banner hung up for the rest of the year. This classroom does get used during the day. Either way, very cool. I like that.
Good.
Leaning down to give me that one look of hers replaces the relief inside me with curiosity.
You two can enjoy the rest of the festival now. The both of you deserve it.
Don't Sayori and Natsuki deserve it too? Ah, never mind. Studying Yuri's expression shows the same apprehensive face from earlier. I thought she'd be happier once this all was over. I wonder what she's thinking of. Shall we?
Yes, please.
With my smile becoming a bit bigger, I approach her side as we walk out the club room together. Stepping outside the club room as students pass by us, both me and Yuri stop just outside the door with her expression remaining the same. I can't help but breathe a sigh of relief now that performing is all over. Points for the anvil. Guess I am lucky, but I've gotten so many already. For fuck's sake, just kiss already. They really should at this point, shouldn't they? I mean, come on. But this is their first, like, official date, if I'm not mistaken, so... Up to them if they want to do it. We did it, Yuri. We did the thing. She seems to lighten up a bit.
I don't think I've ever agreed with a colloquialism this much in my life.
I'd say everyone did pretty well today. You know, a dragon tamer at an arcade game yesterday? A dragon tamer at an arcade. Now, if only I knew more specifics, then I might be more impressed, but good for you, definitely. Also, welcome to the stream, by the way. I'd say everyone did pretty well today.
Me too.
An unexpected silence that makes me feel unsure about everything fills the air until Yuri breaks said silence.
Oh, please listen to me real quick.
Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of this for whatever reason. Is something wrong?
No, nothing is wrong, just would it be too much to ask if we were to visit the library first?
The library? Is there a special event going on there? I don't remember the fortune teller being there last year. I mean, I wasn't expecting this, but I'm not opposed to it. Something going on there?
Well, no, but after what we just went through, I don't feel up to being around a lot of people right now. I'd much prefer to read your book some more until I feel ready enough. I hope you understand.
She didn't judge me at all over the whole cupcake debacle, so it would be very mean of me if I were to say, no, let's go outside right now. With a smile on my face, I step closer to her, grab her hand until our fingers mesh. I do. This is our first date after all, so that includes stuff you wanna do. Besides, we're at a good spot in our book anyways. Her usual smile brightens the mood.
Thank you, I'll lead the way.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna get more of the main character's book in this, apparently. I wonder how big that book segment is gonna be. While I'm happily following her to the library, I can't help but realize that I don't quite remember where it is. It'd be kinda embarrassing if I were to say that to Yuri, so maybe I'll just keep my mouth shut. Okay, finally at the library. It's much more quiet in here compared to out in the halls, and the lack of students in here is making things all the better. It's been way too long since I was here. With today being the festival and all, I'm surprised that this place is still open. Taking into account that there's no events going on here. Maybe the principal is overlooking everything that happens in here today. Doesn't matter to me either way. With our hands still together, Yuri guides me over to one of the vacant tables. After we take a seat, she pulls my book out of her bag and we resume our reading position. So, this is how our date starts, huh? Not complaining. Alright, book time. 30 minutes later. Oh no, never mind, we're skipping this segment. We're skipping the book segment this time. Huh. Okay then, not gonna lie. That was a great idea. Me and her made considerable progress and we're actually pretty close to the end of the story. Granted, the whole battle sequence with chaos in my story was exciting and all. I had to remind myself to not get so worked up during. Yuri's hand breaks away from mine as she reaches over to close the book.
Oh, I think we should call it here for now.
I nodded her as she puts my book away in her bag. Hi, and to everything I'm afraid. I know I'm gonna before I'm done with the show. I don't know what you're so mad about, but okay then. Beavers. Ah yes, that is what Spin is mad about. Beavers. Alrighty then. I nodded her as she puts my book away in her bag. Also, hi, Rob. Yeah, definitely. I forgot how exciting that part was. RB battles? I don't think I've heard of that. Unless I have. I think it might have been brought up at some point. Maybe once. A while ago. But my memory sucks, so, you know. It is now that I realize I'm supposed to keep my voice down in the library, but Yuri doesn't seem to care.
I'll admit that was quite fun to read, although I don't quite understand how they were able to find barrels of TNT on the ice island. Nonetheless, I'll add that to my list of best action sequences that I've read.
This girl's way too cute. I love it. Nice. By the way, how are you feeling? She seems to be overthinking again.
Much better now, how?
The sound of my stomach interrupts her. Damn. Need to dodge light, but it won't update. Okay, that does suck in that case. I hope you can somehow make it through. I wish you the best of luck. The sound of my stomach interrupts her. Not cool. I look towards the ground, slightly embarrassed. I think that answered it for you. Yuri giggles to herself.
That settles it. Shall we get going?
I happily approach her, take her hand in mine, and look at her. Let's do this. Excitement slowly builds in me as we step outside of the library. Date time! Back in the hallway, there aren't as many students as there were before. Maybe they've all gone to check out the events outside or something. That's exactly where me and Yuri are headed. Walking down the school halls with Yuri like this has a rather different feel to it, but it's not unwelcome by any means. As we walk past the door to our club room, my ears manage to pick up on the sound of a door opening behind us, to which I instinctively turn my head towards the sound. And sure enough, Sayori is shown walking out the door. The look on her face as she sees the both of us sends me into a slight panic. Why though? You got a cool hood, first get a golden crown. People get a silver crown. Well, again, I wish you the best of luck, but I feel like luck might not be enough. Oh god, no. She knows now. But of all the things she could possibly do, she gives me a bright, friendly smile as if she's saying, way to go. With that running through my mind, I genuinely smile back at her and look back over to Yuri, who I'm guessing didn't notice Sayori at all. We're almost to the school entrance, just a flight of stairs to go and we'll be outside. The excitement in me is steady. Now that I think about it, I don't really know what exactly me and Yuri are gonna do, or what she would be up to wanting to do. There you are, just the person I was looking for. It can't be Wallace, right? We were told Wallace wouldn't be at the event. I was really hoping we would not see him again. So it can't be Wallace. Me and Yuri stop in our tracks at the sound of a deep voice I don't hear around here often. As our hands return to ourselves, the both of us turn around to see the principal. He's much taller than most of us, in his mid-40s, a receding hairline and a cigar on him at all times. What could he possibly want? As he approaches us, all the excitement in my body starts fading away, but I am somehow able to not let it ruin my mood. Hi there? His somewhat serious expression never changes.
Yes, hello. I'd like to have a word with you for a moment.
Uncomfortable silence plays out as he directs his vision towards Yuri and squints his eyes.
In private.
His tone of voice makes her immediately look away from him. It made him feel a bit uncomfortable too, which was a little uncalled for. But what could be so important to resort to that? Before I comply with what he wants, I shift my head slightly towards Yuri. I'll be right back. She doesn't react at all, she just stays in place. You're getting sleepy? Well, if you're getting sleepy, maybe you should sleep. I'm never I have a bad sleep schedule. Doesn't mean you should have such a thing too. Let's get this over with. Walking up and approaching the principal, he turns away from Yuri and we walk in silence to the principal's office. The whole time my mind is racing, mainly about whether Yuri will be alright and what he could possibly want to talk about. It's about Wallace, isn't it? I'm not ignoring your messages, I am reading them, I'm just not really talking about them much because they don't really have much to do with it. I mean, it's nice that you're explaining that, but I haven't played Roblox in a very long time. I only picked it up when people insisted I should. Played it for like a month or two, and then like a few different games for a month or two, and then I didn't really open it up again. Doesn't take too long for us to get there. Once we're inside, we both take a seat, and I can't help but get distracted by all the papers and whatever on the wall. My eyes land on the list of top 50 students that gets updated every month. No surprise that Monica would be number 1 on the list. Oh yeah, where does Yuri stand on there? Let me see. 3, 4, 5... My attention snaps directly to him, as I anticipate what he wants to talk about. When I have night, you have day? What do you mean? It's technically nighttime for me too. Alright, my attention snaps directly to him as I anticipate what he wants to talk about. So first off, how has the school year been treating you? I hesitate and think before I speak up, mainly out of nervousness. Well, everything's going okay so far. Besides some people being not very nice to me and my... I don't know how he'd react if I were to say girlfriend. Best friend. I don't really have any other complaints. Oh there, my boy. Don't feel that you have to hide anything from me. I've seen how you were with that girl earlier. His tone is still rather powerful, but it's surprisingly calm enough to... where I don't feel too upset. I'm guessing that he means he knows about me and Yuri. Besides that though, you were talking about my son Wallace, is that right? Right. And yeah, that would be the time, Mario. That would be the time. And of course, we can't forget Wallace, technically Principal's kid. Still an asshole. Oh yeah, I completely forgot he was his dad. But for whatever reason, I still don't have it in me to make eye contact with him. Yes, him. Well, I want you to know that I had a word with him a few days ago about his recent behavior. Good, it's about time. Hi, I should say hi, Neon. So the good news is, so far Wallace has not shown up at the festival as we were promised, but his dad has approached us. And we're now stuck in this room with the principal, Wallace's dad, the principal who is Wallace's dad, and I don't know how this conversation is gonna go. Hopefully it's not gonna go badly. Good, it's about time. His tone of voice seems to lighten up a little bit. I want you to tell me if he does anything to you again. Can you do that? Oh! But the intimidating music doesn't really match with what he's saying, because it does seem like he's on our side. I mean, it's nice that he's looking out for me, but why didn't he mention Yuri as well? And what was with his tone of voice earlier today? And yes, I have listened to the thing. Nicely done, as always. Ah, the voice lines. I guess I gotta do the stupid voice. Yeah, nicely done there. And what was with his tone of voice earlier today? What thing? The thing. Maybe I'll worry about that later. The cover. Neon posted a nice little FNF cover in my Discord server. Because of Wallace. I look up to him as he lights a cigar and nod at him, but not as enthusiastically as I normally do. Understood? I mean, yes, He laughs to himself and blows out a puff of smoke while I look away in embarrassment. You're fine, my boy. Now, is there anything else that's bothering you recently? Somehow my mood has gone upwards a bit, thanks to him being a bit more relaxed. Also, the smell of the room doesn't agitate me, so that helps too. I'm able to look straight at him now. No, not that I can think of. Classes are going okay, and I've made a few new friends, so I'd say that's pretty good. He flicks his cigar in a nearby ashtray as a small smile makes an appearance. Good. Watch an ad to unlock something on my... Alright, you do that, I guess. I believe our time here is done. You may leave now. A small wave of relief washes over me as I get up from my seat and slightly bow to him. Okay, thank you. As I turn and head towards the door, he speaks up again with his authoritative tone. Oh, and one more thing. Immediately stopping in my tracks and turning around to face him brings curiosity. My arms instantly go behind my back. Yes? His smile from earlier makes a return as he picks up his briefcase I didn't even know he had. Don't forget that there will be a fireworks show tonight. Oh yeah! We got a date idea, let's go. That's something I missed out on last year. I know what I'm doing tonight. Thanks for telling me. On the walk to where me and Yuri were, my mind ran with excitement about what's going to happen later when we're outside. Also about the last time I stayed at school this long. Getting closer and closer to where we were, my excitement slowly becomes replaced with worry as I don't see Yuri anywhere. She's just not there. I'm stuck in place by the flight of stairs, wondering where she could be. What do? Do I just stay here and wait for her? Should I try looking for her outside? Is she in a classroom? But why would she be... Code? There she is. Working on a new song again? Ooh. Hope you're making good progress on it. Hope it goes smoothly. Huh? Yuri? Quickly turning around shows her walking towards me, to which I breathe a sigh of relief.
Sorry if I startled you just now. I was in the restroom.
At least she's safe. That's okay. Ready to head outside now? Her lovable smile makes an appearance.
Let's get going.
The moment that me and Yuri step out of the school building and into the fresh air is when we're greeted with the rays of light that shine from the setting sun. Has a very welcoming feel to it, and the breeze is just as calm as it was earlier today. Absolutely perfect. The number of students outside now isn't as many as I thought there would be. I guess that's what spending time in the library does. There are still some stands up that I wouldn't mind checking out. The fresh air makes me feel more alive inside as the two of us inspect everything that's happening outside. So, Yuri, is there anything in particular you'd like to check out? She takes a moment to think, like she usually does, before speaking up.
Well, no, not really. I guess just spending time with each other sounds nice.
She looks away a bit embarrassed.
Is that how dates work?
She's so silly. I like it. Heh, sure. Wanna walk around for a bit then?
Yes, let's.
Before we begin walking, two students in particular catch my eye over by one of the stands, which makes me concerned. Wait, hang on. See those two over there? Ah, Gabe. There you are. So, how did the fight with Sam go? Did you manage to succeed in the end, or are you still struggling? But yeah. See those two over there? Those two raiders? Raider with 2 viewers, yup. It was you just came in with perfect timing here. You did? Nice, let's go. How to abuse Sam's... Oh? There you go. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that finally worked out for you. Still stay till midnight? Alright, you do that, Mario. Sponsor is completely garbage, but this event is... So, basically what you're saying, official bad, fan-made good. And the stream 2 seconds after the fall. Ah, and you wanted to beat it before reaching that mark. Damn it, 2 seconds. Ah, that's sad. Wait, hang on. See those two over there? I point to the two of them so she can see. Ayo? Excuse me, but I see Kenzo and MC. Kenzo, MC, what are you two doing here? Ayo? The roller space man, they're here. What a duo. That's Jason and Kyle, two of Wallace's dumb idiot friends. Oh no. Guys, I thought you were better than this. Who in their right mind would ever even want to remotely associate with Wallace? Let's try to avoid them as much as possible.
Oh, okay then.
With that, we both depart from the school entrance to wander around the school courtyard with no real destination in mind. It's only been a few minutes and I've disregarded half the stands up already. Especially the takoyaki one. Never liked the smell of that stuff. Yuri doesn't seem to be too interested in what's going on either, as she hasn't said a word since we've left. That doesn't last too long though, as we come across a stand that is being run by another member of the anime club. It's one of those knock down all the bottle games run by a taller guy named Boyd. I know him, he's a bit of a class clown from what I've heard, yet seems to get along with pretty much everyone in our school. Lowest HP percentage of any boss. Ooh, I'm scared for what the future holds for you. Alright. I'm starting to get interested in it more and more as we approach it, to the point where I stop walking once we're there and see what it's all about. Looks like they have a variety of stuffed animals as prizes. Who bought all of those? After idling around for a bit, Boyd manages to get our attention.
What is up, guys? How's it going?
Not gonna lie, he caught me off guard a little bit. Hey Boyd, what's going on?
Oh, not much. The festival's about to be over soon, so I got time for one more round if you'd like before I gotta pack up shop.
May as well, I haven't done this in a while. Looking over to Yuri to see what she thinks shows a rather blank expression from her, as if she's observing everything. I bet she's looking at the stuffed animals as prizes. Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. That'll be $5.
Jesus Christ, isn't that a bit much? Well, yeah, again, these kinds of stalls are always a bit of a rip-off, aren't they? When will I ever get to do this again? Pulling out the money and handing it to him, he then gives me 2 tennis balls, to which I give 1 to Yuri. That seems to snap her out of whatever trance she was in, as she gingerly takes one from me.
Oh, okay.
About 7 feet away from me are 15 aluminum cans shaped in an upwards triangle. How funny would it be if they had used glass instead of aluminum? Imagine having to clean up after that and then finding more bottles to replace the broken ones. That would be a nightmare. This shouldn't be too bad though. Just aim towards the bottom and that'll knock most of them out, right? Keeping that in mind and figuring out the best spot to throw, I give it all I've got and... That sounded good. Hey, not bad. Only 2 left on the left side. Stepping to the side so that Yuri can take her turn, she seems to take the same steps as I do, except she shows a little bit more determination on her face. She must really want a prize that bad. She throws and actually manages to get the last 2 down. Let's go! Her face shows unadulterated surprise, which then turns into a big smile.
Man, I'll never get tired of hearing that.
Probably because you only heard it like 3 or 4 times today, I bet.
Alright, well, looks good.
In a somewhat animated fashion, she points to one of the animals. Stuffed elephant, I'm guessing.
Rambi, please.
All 3 of us stay silent as Boyd stares blankly at her. I, on the other hand, am tempted to facepalm.
What?
Boyd, she means the rhino toy. So not stuffed, so not elephant. As we're handed our beloved prize, Yuri grabs a hold of her new rhino friend and holds him close to her chest. This makes me smile a bit, as it reminds me of yesterday.
We did it, Code.
Ha, I guess we did. Ellie has a new friend now. Yuri looks away with a lovable blush and smile.
I suppose so.
I'm getting kinda hungry though. Wanna go get something to eat? It looks like she calmed down a bit now.
Sure, I don't mind.
She approaches me and wraps her arm around mine, which makes me blush a bit, now feeling warm and happy despite the breeze outside. One of the nearby stands has students from the cooking/baking club trying their hand at making sushi. After eyeing it down and agreeing on it with Yuri, I get the salmon nigiri, and Yuri gets the kind with shrimp and cream cheese inside. After paying for everything, we find a seat at a nearby bench and enjoy ourselves. Yuri is even kind enough to bring out her chopsticks from her bag for the both of us. I never liked the sticky feeling from rice on my fingers. After enjoying ourselves for a bit, I can't help but notice that Yuri has some extra stuff along with sushi. Something green and something pink. I know what wasabi is, and I don't like it one bit, but I don't know what the pink stuff is. But ask her about it. Hey Yuri, what's that supposed to be? She looks down and picks up the weird pink plant looking thing from her tray with her chopsticks.
It's ginger. Have you ever had it before?
Nope, can't say that I have. Can I try it?
Sure.
It's amazing how we're able to hand each other stuff using just chopsticks. It feels nice. Once I grab a hold of it, I begin placing it in my mouth.
Wait, Code, I forgot to mention.
After biting down for a bit, the texture feels nice and crisp, but that's when the burning infiltrates my mouth and travels up my nose. Can't move at all due to its intensity, but it's not enough to make me tear up. It's okay, just wait a bit, it'll go away. Once it dies down a bit, I close my eyes and force myself to swallow, then subsequently take a deep breath. Oh, that was intense.
I'm sorry, Code, I forgot to mention that you shouldn't eat that by itself.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Here.
I raise an eyebrow at her out of curiosity. When she grabs a considerably smaller piece and brings it over my way, can't help but feel reluctant to try it again. But at the same time, I should probably take her word for it. Grabbing a hold with my chopsticks, I place it on one of my sushi and try again. Much to my surprise, this is significantly better. The vastly different textures of the ginger and salmon surprisingly go well together, and the citrus-like taste of ginger makes everything heavenly. But yeah, rip for MC for that. Oh, can't help but close my eyes and dreamily smile this time. I think I can hear Yuri giggling to herself, but I couldn't care less.
Oh, look how cute, sharing food with each other, that's how you get germs, you know.
Wait, what?
Natsuki, don't say that, sharing is caring.
Being broken out of my trance shows Yuri, Natsuki, Goruto, and Goruto in front of us. Both the girls are holding giant bags of cotton candy. Maybe I shouldn't be too surprised that Sayori's is half gone already. What's going on, guys?
Well done walking around. Now we're gonna find a good spot to watch the fireworks tonight.
A bolt of realization strikes me. Oh yeah, I almost forgot that was a thing. I immediately look over to Yuri, who's just finished her last sushi. You wanna watch them tonight? The expression on her face looks like fireworks are a foreign concept to her. After what I'm guessing is a light bulb going off in her head, she returns back to normal.
I would love to. What time do they start tonight?
Well, it becomes dark out, so I'm guessing in 30 minutes or so.
Excellent.
Stuffing her empty sushi tray in her bag, she gets up from her spot on the bench, which causes me to out of instinct.
Let's go, Code. I know the perfect spot for this.
Natsuki and Yuri look just as dumbfounded as I do. What could she have in mind? Okay. She doesn't take long after her approaching me and walking away for Natsuki to open her mouth.
Hey, shouldn't you two stay here for that?
Yuri stops in her tracks and turns around to face her.
And shouldn't you be filling out the rest of your divorce papers?
Everyone stays silent with mouths agape. I didn't expect that to come out of her mouth. Damn girl, she got you real good! Natsuki angrily takes her hand and grabs both girls' lips to shut him up.
Zip it! Let's just leave these two alone.
With that, she drags him to wherever the rest of them are headed to. Not even Sayori waves back to us, she just walks away with them. What even happened just now?
Let's get going, Code.
Yeah, no, really, what did just happen there? Yuri quickly walks away and all I can do is catch up with her. It's only been a few minutes, but the walk to wherever we're going has been silent. With the way we're going, I know we're heading towards her house. Maybe she wants to watch from her backyard or something, or maybe from our spot in the park. She finally speaks up.
I'm sorry, Code.
Just hearing the sadness in her voice makes me grab her hand, hopefully to send the message that I'm not upset with her. Luckily for me, she doesn't resist. What's the matter? Let alone, why is she saying that to me?
Just, maybe I shouldn't have said that to Natsuki.
Oh, that. Even with my support, she still looks down to the ground while we walk.
It's just, everything was going so well. For once, I was able to enjoy the festival, and it felt like she was trying to ruin this for me, when she really wasn't.
Hey, we all say things we don't mean sometimes. Please try not to worry about it.
But I made everyone feel bad. I should have kept my mouth shut.
I tightened my grip on her in an attempt of comfort. Look, I'm not gonna judge you over something like this. She really shouldn't be getting into people's business like that anyways. If it helps, she kinda annoyed me too. She doesn't respond to that. Pretty sure she's lost in thought right now.
I just hope this doesn't come back to haunt me.
I'm certain it won't. I mean, look at what happened after my second day in the club. What happened with you and her wasn't brought up at all the next day. I'm sure it'll be okay. I say that, but I just now remember that I did end up talking with Natsuki about it the next day. What Yuri doesn't know won't hurt her, in this case at least.
I suppose you're right. Thank you for not judging me over this.
It's no problem. Besides, I know the feeling of saying stuff that makes you feel out of place, and you just hate to have it happen every time, so you're not alone. I can feel our tenseness easing up slowly, mainly mine.
At least someone else understands.
We walk for a few more minutes in a much more comfortable silence between us. It's almost completely dark outside now, and the sounds of the school grounds are now non-existent. After said minutes pass, we end up walking right past her house. Once I realize what's going on by checking out my surroundings, her face shows a rather relaxed look as if she has everything all planned out or something. With my curiosity increasing, I tug at her hand lightly to get her attention. Oh, by the way, I never asked. Where exactly are we headed?
Oh, you'll see.
You mean we're not gonna watch from your house?
No, I have something better in mind.
Full of surprises, I see. I like it. I can't stop excitement from slowly building up in me by trying to figure out where we're heading. 10 minutes later. We are going to the park. You know, maybe I shouldn't be too surprised that she dragged me to the park. The atmosphere around here has a nice feeling to it, probably due to the feelings and memories of past events here. It's nice and calm tonight, just like every time I've been here. Ah, I see what's going on now. I like this. A lovable smile makes a return.
We're not quite there yet.
We're not? Her shaking her head makes me more curious. What? Wait, you don't mean... Oh my god, yes! Happily following alongside her, we approach the tree line inside the park and enter. By the time we reach our spot on the lake, the darkness, moon and stars have covered the night sky. Our fallen down tree hasn't been touched since the last time I was here, and the sound of the water makes me feel at home. The both of us, still hand in hand, carefully take our usual spots and take in the atmosphere of everything, while I breathe a sigh of relaxation. The air feels nice and crisp, and the breeze can be felt rustling through our hair. Maybe they will do the nasty. We won't know until it's confirmed or denied. You're going to break something. Oh god, that's frustrating, huh? Again, fingers crossed that you'll get lucky soon. But... You know what, Spinner? I take that back. I hope you don't get lucky now. Of course, that's what I get for wishing you luck. I get an anvil. Never doing that again. Nah, I'm sure you got this eventually. Maybe, hopefully. Thanks, Neon. So you get for having an... I mean, that is fair. I'm kind of surprised I didn't think of this before. Now I think I know why you didn't want anyone to ruin this for you. She looks bashful now for whatever reason.
I thought you would appreciate this.
This girl knows how to make me smile. It feels right to... Damn it, Perma! Yeah, of course, let's go pointing fingers at other people. Sure. I can literally see your name on the redeem. Alright, fine. Sure, Spinne did it. Guess who? Rob, don't you dare! Don't you dare! Takes 5 minutes to get... I need it all. Oh, I can see why that would be frustrating. Oh no, the alts, they're here. Feels right to smile as my eyes meet hers. I really do. Feels really nice to be back out here again. As my hand breaks away from hers, I look away from her and bring both arms into the sky in a somewhat silly fashion to let my air passages open up and take a deep breath. Water, nature, moonlight, atmosphere, the old mafia. 18. But why would you do that? Oh, how I love a theme with a passion unfruited by civilizations for thousands of years. I can hear her giggling out loud as I bring my arms down.
Oh, I couldn't have said it better myself.
After sharing a small joyous moment to ourselves, an unexpected and rather loud explosion can be heard in the background. That catches the both of us off guard, especially me, as I almost cover my ears out of instinct. That's when we look away from each other to see a bunch of yellow sparks in the night sky. Oh! Must have been a dud. Wait. They started! It's time! I say that with a somewhat confident tone, but Yuri remains quiet. As a few more play out, not only the sky, but the water is filled with colors, which is quite enjoyable if you ask me. It's a miracle that we can even see them from where we are. There's a familiar echo and fizzle sound to them once the colors from one disappears that adds to what's going on. Fireworks are one of those things that were super entertaining when I was little, but as I grew older the appeal of them became less and less. I hope that's normal. Looking over to Yuri on the other hand shows that she looks pretty enthralled by them, with her mouth ajar. Just like earlier today when I asked her if she wants to see them. I think I can catch a glimpse of the colors shining in her eyes. This isn't quite something I would expect from someone her age, but I probably shouldn't judge.
They're so pretty.
Her voice is gentle but also genuine, as if she's never experienced them before. In all reality, she's not wrong. Becoming nervous at what I just thought of, I make sure to not look away from her. Just like a certain someone I know. She may be smiling warmly as a flash of green fills the sky, but I can't tell if it's because of me or the fireworks. Still feeling nervous about everything that's going on, maybe I should speak up a little more and mention something about them. Did you know that fireworks used to scare me? Turning around to face me, she looks curious.
Oh, come.
Well, mainly when I was really little. From what my mom and dad told me, they were too loud for me and made me very upset. They said the same thing with fire trucks that would often drive by and the fire drill alarms at school. I guess I was able to handle stuff like that better and better as I grew older.
Oh, I see. That was never really an issue for me growing up.
Her expression turns to one that conveys disappointment.
However, this is my first time getting to enjoy them in person.
Wait, for real? How come? She then looks down to the ground out of what I'm guessing is guilt or embarrassment or something.
Well, you may think this is strange as well, but I don't know why my parents never took me to see them as a kid. It made me quite sad as that when they appeared in any of the books I've read, it brought upon feelings of inadequacy, as I was never able to imagine them properly.
But what about on TV or in movies? She takes a moment to breathe in and out.
That alone never did it justice. The sound you hear on the TV is almost like an echo, as Monica once put it. It's nothing like right now.
Lifting her head up to the sky as more explosions happen in the background, I do the same and turn away to get an idea of what she's talking about. Yeah, flashbangs. Yeah, colored flashbangs. Wouldn't that be nice? Get more of those. Why do all the flashbangs have to be so plain? The distant sounds that fireworks give off, hearing it in person. I never really stopped to consider how artificial everything from the TV sounds. As a flash of orange shows up in the sky, a blinding sparkle gets caught in my peripheral vision. Instinctively turning my head to Yuri, a flash of yellow shines vibrantly on her purple hair clip. and the sudden flash of white in the night sky reveals seemingly no imperfections on her face. That's rather unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear. Her tone of voice becomes a little more serious.
Oh, don't be sorry, not for 1 second.
A flashback that have color of the blood of the innocent. Yes, that's what we need. In a somewhat animated fashion, I raise an eyebrow to her as a flash of blue covers the land. Huh?
In all the years of high school I've been in, I haven't once decided to stay for the festival, with last year being an exception. That was the point. What was the point if I didn't have any friends to share it with?
Well, then it wouldn't be blood of the innocent if we used Wallace's blood, you know? But I'd be very on board with that one still.
The experience would have felt all for naught had I been all by myself.
That makes sense, but why shouldn't I feel bad? As she slowly directs her vision towards me instead of the fireworks, a small smile shows up on her face.
Because you make today special for me, even if I was being difficult or needy.
I think I've just about drowned out the colors, the sounds, the everything of what's going on around us. I carefully scoot closer to her until our arms and shoulders are touching, which I don't think she was expecting, but doesn't resist nonetheless, and blush while looking at her. Thank you, too, for making today special. She smiles warmly at me, but I can't tell if she's blushing back due to the array of colors going on around us. There's a nice feeling of being this close to her, but it's making me nervous at the same time. Seeing her wonderful smile when I'm this close to her becomes etched into my mind. Makes my heart beat a little bit faster, and focusing on talking and breathing becomes a little more difficult. Hey, I'm really happy we were able to spend the festival together. Was becomes innocent. He could never become innocent.
Oh, I am too.
You want to know what makes me even happier? She looks over to me with curiosity and a hint of excitement plastered all over her face.
Oh, do tell.
Well, there we go to the same school, the same club together, hang out together, have interesting conversations with each other. Just everything, I guess. Looking into her eyes shows that she's the one with starscapes in them now. Closing her eyes she then wraps her arm around mine and rests her head on my head. Can't help but wrap my free arm around her shoulder and carefully rest my head on hers. This is better than any tingly feeling I felt when we were at the club. Just kiss already! By looking over slightly, I can get an up-close look at her genuine smile, which is absolutely beautiful. With us being this close, I know that I made the festival special for her, and our breathing slowly becoming in tandem. I speak gently to her, as I want her to know how I feel. Hey, princess.
Yes, darling.
Darling. This is one of my favorite feelings of all time. Her grip on me tightens, which instantly warms me up inside. One off? Damn. Guess not that special after all.
Nothing in the past or future will ever feel like today.
For the rest of the night, the fireworks continued to serve as background noise instead of the main attraction. With each ticking second that passed, I never once wanted this moment to end. You've hugged already, now step it up, exactly. Nothing else in the world seemed to matter anymore. Anything that life has to throw at us, I want to face it together with her. And it's time for chapter 8, the final chapter now, right? Right? I think chapter 8 is gonna be the final one. I think it said 8 chapters. Chapter 8, repeating history. Yeah, about that. Oh, there's more, is there? I know that there's 2 endings. I thought there were 8 chapters. I don't know. Also, hi, by the way. Welcome back. Welcome back, Sarah. Usually halfway. Halfway? Damn, okay, that caught me off guard. Damn, the playtime. Damn, I'm a very slow player because the playtime said that this would take, what, 9 to 15 hours? And after today's stream, we will have reached the 15-hour mark. So, damn, okay, I guess I'm just a really, really slow player in that case. If it's gonna take me twice as long as the official estimate says. Okay, then. Rob can confirm. Oh, crap. Well, damn, that means we get to spend even more time with this mod after all. It might be because of chat, yeah. That's a little bit inaccurate. It's more like 17 at a normal reading speed. And I get interrupted by chat a lot, so that makes sense. Okay then, that is good to know. I don't know where I got the 8 chapter estimation then. I feel like I've read 8 chapters at some point somewhere. Maybe I was wrong. Ignoring me again, or do you not have anything to say? I don't think I have anything to say. I mean, I can get the Genshin thing. But yeah, if you get that one bad stat, that is... Well, I mean, I guess it's not that frustrating for me. Because I wouldn't really know, because I haven't gone artifact grinding yet. It's been 2 days since the festival. Time skip! All of the students were given Tuesday off, mainly so that the school could be cleaned up after all the festival events. This means I had to miss out on my counselor appointments this week, which, while it did make me a little disappointed, I can live without it this time. Yesterday was spent lounging around the home, having a nice lazy day. Me and Yuri texted each other non-stop yesterday, conversing about a variety of topics. From our time at the festival, the poems we wrote for it, things about me and her, that kind of stuff. Pretty sure there's a term for that. Monica said something about character development when we were in the club the other day. Maybe that's it. The day has been going great so far. Me and Yuri walked to school, had lunch together like always. Class went well and Wallace didn't say a word to us. Oh. That's good. That's good. Reminder again that I wrote an entire poem about Wallace because Rob requested it. And Rob is dealing with beavers again. Finding a shiny from your favorite Pokemon, you accidentally kill it and need to get... Yeah, no, that I can relate to. After a long time of shiny hunting, yeah, no, I get that. Don't think I heard the stupid voice even... I don't think I've heard his stupid voice even once today. He actually did what his dad told him to. Alright, it's club time. Quickly packing away all my stuff as excitement builds in me, I make my way out of math class and into the hallway. I've been paying more attention to my surroundings than usual after leaving my locker. 1, so that I don't bump into anyone or anything, and 2, if in the off chance that I run into Yuri on my way to the club. I probably shouldn't expect much though. I found out that her last class is on the opposite side of the building. Another thing I still kinda hope we didn't get any new club members. I don't want the mood of the club to be ruined by anyone else. As I approach the stairs and make my way to the club with my newfound arbitrary worry, that seems to be less concerning as I hear something unusual happening above. As if there's a fight going on upstairs. I know that those are usually never my business and I shouldn't stick my nose in them, but I kinda have to head that way to get to my club, so I'll just have to look away from whatever train wreck spaghetti flinging mess is happening. Wallace is attacking Yuri, isn't he? Wallace is totally going after Yuri. It might be Yuri versus Wallace. Because Wallace's dad only told him to leave us alone. And he didn't even talk to Yuri. So now that we're not a valid target for him anymore, he might come after Yuri, like, with twice as much power. Which makes me very worried. The closer and closer I get, a voice I know rings through the halls, which makes me immediately stop in my tracks.
Leave me alone.
Oh god, no. What's going on? My walk up the stairs is slowed down to a gentle tiptoe.
You don't have to do this.
Are a freak, aren't you? Wait a minute. I know that douchebag's voice. That sounds like... Peering around the corner to the hallway that our club is in shows... Oh my sweet Jesus, no, it's one of his friends. It's not Wallace, it's one of his friends. Oh my god, and they... Okay. But look, none of the cuts are fresh. They're not fresh. She's been laying off a little bit again. She hasn't cut since that one movie night, I'm guessing. Because we know she cut herself when watching the movie. But it doesn't look like there are any really fresh cuts, so it's something at least. Oh my sweet Jesus. It's Jason. That's one of Wallace's dumb idiot friends. His name. Oh wait, so. Well, it's technically his name is Jason in this, but still, absolute fucking asshole. They're about 20 feet away from me, and he's got Yuri pinned against the wall with a stupid grin on his face, where she looks distraught. I don't think they've noticed me yet. Tackle him! Charging tackle, go! Why is he doing this? She hasn't done anything to deserve this. Charging tackle, go! I think I'm feeling the color slowly leave my face. Another look at Yuri shows her sleeve rolled up with... What happened to her arm? From where I'm at, her arm shows a bunch of red and white marks, scars and bruises on it, which starts to frighten me. Another thought rolls through my head that strikes me to my very core. Is he trying to kill her? Incorrect assumption, but if that will motivate you to kill him instead, then go for it. By all means, go for it. Get rid of him. By all means, assume that he's trying to kill her so that you can channel your anger. No, that seems like a bit much. But still, the fuck is even going on? Just the thought of anyone even trying to hurt her like this makes my blood boil. I can't just stand here and allow this to happen. She's my girlfriend, for fuck's sake. Yay, murder is fun. Not, but in video games, yes. True. Alright, how do I do Jason? I could just give him the annoying wallet for... But I feel like I should make it slightly different because different character. Should I just do the same voice I gave Kenzo? Like the... Yo, bro! Like the bro... Okay, it's been a while since I've done Kenzo.
Just wait until your retarded boyfriend hears about this.
You did not fucking just... As I look at them again, my heart feels like it's being pierced. Jason's grin has become even more evil looking, whereas Yuri looks like she's about to cry. No, I will not allow this. Kill him. Kill him now. Another thought runs through my mind that I quickly dismiss, but then rethink about it because it's just that crazy. I have to do this. I'd usually never resort to this, but my princess is in danger. My princess in danger calls for it. This is what should have happened to Wallace the other day. This fucker deserves it. It's time to be her bodyguard. While the rage in me slowly builds up, another process in my mind is screaming at me about the possible consequences of this. But I'm too invested in this to consider those right now. Alright, have a good night, Mario. See you around. With my teeth clenched, slanted eyebrows, and all 10 of my fingers spread apart, I begin my vengeful walk over towards them. Once they notice me, then just fucking go for it. Doesn't take long for the both of them to look towards me and see what's going on. Yuri attempts to jump as she looks like she's seen a ghost, and Jason looks confused, but that doesn't matter now. Go! Sprinting as fast as I possibly can towards Jason, my breathing has become erratic and my eyes focus only on him. A look of concern washes over him. Closer. Now! I can't believe this is happening. Leaping off the ground and making contact with him, I place my right hand over his face. He must be too shocked to react. Almost there. Tilt now. Putting all my pressure on my right hand brings his skull downwards as we slam into the ground. Yes! The shockwave from landing travels up my entire arm, and I can't tell what kind of sound his head makes as we land. Quickly getting up from the initial shock and looking away, I firmly plant my foot right into his stomach and begin power walking towards Yuri. There's no sounds coming from him, thank God. Oh God, there's no sounds coming from him. He died. Oh my god, we just killed a man. Holy shit, is he Hulk? His head went smush. Yeah, he is there, let's go. One down. Now there was one more friend of Wallace we saw, and then there's Wallace himself. So 1 down, 2 to go. She still looks terrified at what just happened. She might even be shaking, but her safety is more important right now. I make sure my expression isn't as serious as it was before approaching her. To which I firmly take a hold of her hand. It's not safe here, we have to go. Pulling her my way with somewhat considerable force, she doesn't budge, which I wasn't expecting, and almost fall over. Turning around to see why she's not moving, I get a glimpse of Jason's body moving again. Almost like he's trying to get up. Oh, never mind, he's still alive. Panic and fear immediately shock me, which causes me to quickly place my free hand on Yuri's waist, look at her wide-eyed, which makes her look concerned. Yuri, please, this is serious, we're going home. Pulling her towards me as I start power walking again, it takes a while for her to catch up to my pace. Nah, he's not innocent, he could never be. I don't even dare look back to see if he's running after us. Every step down the stairs felt fear-inducing, as if each could be my last, but we eventually made it out of the school building with disregard to anyone watching. Once we're outside and have made it a considerable distance away from the school, we slow down and start taking the path towards Yuri's house. The weather outside is nice and serene, which is well needed to calm me down. Taking in some fresh air and feeling less tense, I look over to Yuri to see the sun shining on her face. But she has her head down and all signs of happiness have completely vanished. I think I'd better ask if she's alright. Hey, how you feeling?
Fine.
The way she says that doesn't really put me at ease. He didn't hurt you too bad, did he? I'm still not too sure about what I saw on her arm today. She takes a deep breath before answering me.
So,
Yuri was innocent. Well, he still deserved it. Okay, worst case scenario. This gets brought up to the principal. The principal is like, oh damn. So he assaulted the student, and here's the one who claimed that my son was being rude. I'm not sure if he's trustworthy anymore. I think he should get punished, and my son should get off scot-free from now on. That would be the worst case scenario that could come from the principal. She takes a deep breath before answering me.
Oh.
Her tone of voice makes her sound completely defeated. And I don't blame her. That must have been really scary for her. Just imagine what would have happened had I not showed up. Who would have handled that? The principal? Monica? The club? I should probably let Monica know that we're not gonna make it today. One-handedly pulling out my phone from my pocket and flipping it open, I open up mine and Monica's messages. But before I begin to type, I feel like I should let Yuri know what's going on. Better speak gently to her. Hey, I'm gonna let Monica know what's going on. She doesn't respond, she just stares blankly at the ground while we walk hand in hand to her house. Well, at least I told her. Poor girl. Takes a while to type one-handed. Hey Monica, me and Yuri can't make it. Wait, should I tell her about what happened? So we were jumping at him, grabbing his head, and then just stonking him. Yeah. But I mean, gravity did some of the work. Gravity definitely did some of the work. We just had to... We ran at him, so we had a lot of, like, force behind the initial push. And after he was tilted back, enough gravity helped as well. So... definitely more than possible to do that. No, she'd be all up on my case about that. Let's do this instead. She's sick, so I'm taking her home. Send. A moment or two passes as the calm sounds of nature plays around us, but I can't help but wonder what kind of raging storm is happening. Oh, that was fast.
Okay, thanks for letting me know about this. Messes up what I planned for today. Please show up tomorrow.
Right now, what Monica could have planned for us today isn't very important. Putting my phone away and looking over to Yuri, I can't help but wonder what my poor baby's thinking right now. Yuri's point of view? Yeah, 3:10 p.m.
No. Why is this happening now? This isn't how I wanted him to find out. I was hoping to open up to him about it with due time, but it's becoming more and more difficult to fight back tears at the thought of knowing how different he is from everyone else and how he's going to react to everything. How am I going to explain all of this to Code? What if I really am a freak? What if this shows that I don't deserve these feelings that him and I share for all of life? What if I really don't have a purpose here on this earth? Every doubt-filled, dreadful step to my house makes me wish more and more that I was dead. As we finally approach my house, I don't have it in me to let go of his hand. I want every moment like this to last as long as possible before everything goes awry. Awkwardly grabbing my keys from my bag and somehow unlocking my door, Code takes another inquisitive look at me before we enter my house. My darling, I'm so sorry about this. Once we're inside, he walks over to my living room couch, sitting down in a sulky manner. My bag drops to the floor, letting its contents spill on the ground as I place my head in my hands. If there's any point in life where I wish I could disappear, now is one of them.
And back to our point of view. Okay, we're safe in our house now, and it still looks as clean as when I was last here, despite the mess in front of me. Avoiding the stuff from her bag to crouch down on both knees in front of her, I'm not able to take her hands in mine. She's still as silent as she's been most of the day. I'll ask her about what I saw on her arm later. Hey, how are you feeling? It takes a while for her to respond. Her shaky voice still doesn't bring me at ease.
I'm scared.
I can't help but immediately wrap my arms around her as I hear those words. Rubbing the back of her head for comfort, I speak gently into her ear. So her point of view of the day? Or is that after the dunk? I think it is after the dunk. Because she talked about about us finding out. So yeah, it must have been after the dunk. And it was on our way home. It was on our way home as well, so can't have been earlier. Yes, that's my point of view changes. That's why they include timestamps. Timestamps always very important. Because sometimes we do go back in time a little bit. Sometimes we do jump back and forward, so we see different points of views of the same time frame. Like, for example, when the main character leaves the club room and we switch to Monica's point of view to see the discussion inside, and then switch back to the main character's point of view outside right after he left. So we know that no time has passed during that. Which I think was a nice addition, so it's not as confusing. Rubbing the back of her head for comfort, I speak gently into her ear. Hey, it's okay. That was really scary, but we're safe now. No one can hurt us now. She doesn't respond or even do anything. We just stay there, close to each other for a while, until she gently pushes my arms away from her and looks back down to the ground again.
Code, there's something I need you to understand.
My eyebrow slowly raises at her. What is it?
Please, just take a seat. It's really important.
With curiosity taking over, I carefully get up, take a seat to her left on the couch. She takes a deep breath and takes a hold of my hand. This really must be important for her, as I can feel her shaking.
Code, there's something I've been hiding from you. I wanted to wait until much longer to tell you, but there's no denying about what you saw in the hallway today.
Something she... hiding? What? With her hand still shaking, she slowly rolls up the sleeve of her uniform to reveal her left arm. I'm left speechless as the sight of her arm makes itself a permanent spot in my mind. Letting go of her hand, I carefully take a hold of her left arm and bring it close to my face to inspect it. In front of me are plenty of white marks, about 4 centimeters each. Some faded, mostly healed red scars, some cuts that have been scabbed over and are yellow, and one cut that looks concerning as the skin separated. And that is probably the main one from the night she was watching she was watching TV. Right. Because I do recall that she went pretty deep with that cut. I assume she hasn't cut herself since then again, because none of these cuts look particularly fresh. So I think it's I think it's safe to assume that that night was her most recent cutting. And she hasn't been cutting herself for a while at that point either, so one can safely assume that it's not very common right now. Not only that, it looks like this was done recently. Did I have anything to do with this? Yuri? What's going on? Looks like she's trying hard to hold back tears.
I wanted to wait until much later to tell you. I didn't want you to find out so early on.
Find out?
About this bad habit of mine.
Bad habit? No, she doesn't mean... You did this? She doesn't respond. She gloomily looks down to the ground, still trying to hold back tears.
I really wish I didn't. This started 2 months ago. I just wanted to try it once, just to see what it felt like.
This sounds like it's really hard for her to talk about. The words bad habits still bear a very profound resonance in my mind.
I should have stopped after the first time. I didn't even feel that good. I don't know what kept drawing me back to it. And now, well...
Her voice breaks as she leans over and buries her face in my shoulder. All I can do is watch helplessly as her emotions pour into my school uniform. I don't know what to do or what exactly to say to make things better, but a part of me knows this isn't right, and I want to help. This feeling of helplessness is slowly starting to become overwhelming. Carefully leaning over to place my hand on hers, cannot read apparently. In an attempt to comfort the both of us, she tries speaking through her tears.
I'm sorry, Code. I didn't want it to get this bad.
Her tone of voice brings back not so good memories from my past. This is just like my big brother all over again. Oh? Oh? 10 years ago, Code's house. So our big brother did the same thing? Or something similar, another bad habit maybe. Maybe not exactly the same one, but
Code, come sit down, we need to talk.
Carefully setting down my limited edition silver toy train I got for Christmas, I raise a curious eye at my mom and do what she says, sitting next to her on the couch. Mom, what is it? She looks sad. Did something bad happen?
I just got off the phone with your big brother.
Just hearing that cheers me up a bit, to which I bounce up and down on the couch a few times out of excitement. Big brother, I haven't heard from him since he moved. I hope he's okay. She isn't smiling like I am. I don't know how to feel about this. Maybe if I keep on smiling, then she will too. But the black and white filter goes. This is stupid. This will last only a second. There's absolutely no reason why I should be doing this. Like really, absolutely no fucking reason. Like, this is probably the most pointless thing to do here. But okay, because chat has requested it. We are going grayscale. Maybe if I keep on smiling, then she will too.
About that. You remember his wife, Heather, you know?
Of course I do. But she was acting funny last time I saw her, though. She still looks sad. What could you have said to her?
She passed away in her sleep last night.
She what?
She was acting funny because of her bad habits. And she's gone now because of it.
That means I'll never see her again? Instead of responding, she shakes her head as I'm left with my mind racing, my heart sinking, and my eyes glued to the floor. Big brother. Why? Why didn't you do anything about this? I thought you loved her. So yeah, the grayscale was absolutely necessary, I completely agree. Couldn't have handled this without the grayscale. Now where were we? It was for the memes, okay? Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I have it. I may as well use it. I was a part of the flashback. I was a part of the flashback. I was there. Of course I was there. I mean, I am Code. I bring myself off of her at the feeling. I bring myself off of her at the feelings that have just now struck me.
I understand if you don't want to be with me anymore.
Don't say that. Silence briefly fills the room as I'm surprised by my more clear tone of voice. Feels like a newfound determination has come to me. Go to stream without anyone saying. Damn it! Chat is mean to me again. Feels like a newfound determination has come to me. After composing herself for a bit, Yuri is able to bring herself up and look over my way again.
Huh?
I don't want to leave you, or say goodbye to you, or anything like that.
But why?
Gently taking her hand in mine, I try my best to put on a smile, to let her know I mean well. I made a promise to you a while back, and I'm gonna keep it. There's no way I'm walking away from this. The both of us remain silent. She must be deep in thought about everything. Slowly letting go of her hand and getting up from the couch, I look around her floor to see all that's about. Books lay everywhere, but my eyes mainly land on bandages and neosporin scattered all around. I think I have an idea of what I want to do. That's why I kneel down in front of her again, take both of her hands. I think I know the first thing I can do to help you with this. Do you trust me? Another silence fills the room for a short while.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Confusion strikes me, which sends me into an internal slight panic. What does she mean by that? The cutting.
I don't want my arm to feel like it's running a fever or to constantly pick at them anymore.
Those words alone make me tighten my grip on her hands, to which I can feel her doing the same. What a bad habit. What happens next is shocking. I kill myself about that word. Man, why are you like this? It's okay, you don't have to anymore, and I think I know how. Letting go of her hand, I pick up bandages and medicine from earlier, make my way to her still exposed left arm and gently take a hold of it again. It'll be alright, I'm here now. That's why I carefully lay my head on her shoulder and gently wrap my arms around hers. Carefully and gently rubbing her arm, I softly speak into her ear. You're still the same beautiful girl. I'm happy to know, even after all this. Bringing my head up, shows her staring at me, almost unsure what to say. Spinne? Rob? Viking? All of you? Why must you torture me?
There's no way you mean that.
Looking into her eyes, I know what must be done. I have spoken. Silence strikes the room again as I begin unwrapping the first bandage. Applying medicine and a bandage to a yellowed cut on her arm, I get a glimpse of what I think is a smile breaking through her. That alone makes me smile back, as it feels like I'm doing something right for once. Moving on to another yellowed area, I caress her arm beforehand and speak gently. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone... Why do you want to know what else is torturous? Yeah, that I guess. It's so painful doing a jump, moving platforms. Yeah, not as painful as what Chad is doing to me, though. But yeah, doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? That is one of the last lines Yuri says before she kills herself, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like when she goes on her insane rambling speech. I don't know if that was an intentional twist on it. But yeah, Yuri says that when revealing her feelings to the MC in the original game. It only makes sense that we say... Again, I feel like that might just be a happy coincidence, because that is just a regular sentence that makes perfect sense, but I only think in DDLC references. I'd like to think I know what I'm doing. Well, there we have it. I think I can hear a faint coming from her, which makes me blush and smile more. And yeah, I think you do know what you're doing. After lovingly placing bandages on every cut I see on her lower arm, I move on to the big cut on her upper arm. After staring at it for some time, I know what must be done. I can't let something like this stop me. I won't let this scare me. This is what my mom used to do whenever I got hurt. With her arm still in my grasp, I bring my face forward until I slowly kiss the affected area. Again with the mommy issues. Plot twist, this game has 30 chapters, imagine. But no, it can't be, because we're now on chapter 8, and I think I have finished the 3 longest chapters at this point already. As well. So, I think it's not gonna be quite that long, but it's still gonna take quite a bit more time, apparently. So yeah, I miscalculated. I made a foolish miscalculation. Oh! There we go. That one needed 2 of them. I don't like where this is going. Oh no. Oh no. The game glitched out and now there's yandere eyes. Now I have to wonder. Is Monica still like, Monica is club president, does she still have her powers, or is this like more of a just people interacting story? Because if it still has the DDLC elements, I have a feeling that glitch indicated that Monica might have her hand in play, potentially here. Like she did in the base game. Which makes me worried, because now that I've been told that I'm about halfway through... Okay, she's not self-aware. Okay, so it's not Monica messing with us. It's just the game glitching out and her going yandere mode. Is there such a thing as good yandere? Naturally occurring Act 2 Yuri. I am scared. I am scared where this might go. Just don't... Oh no. Looking up at her after rolling her sleeve back down for her shows her smile is gone as she's staring intently at me. Well, on the plus side, the yandere eyes are already gone again. But I feel like she's just hiding them right now. I feel like it might be that us kissing her wounds might have awakened something in her. For some reason. Full on yandere. Maybe if I lighten up a bit, it'll come back. With that, I bring both my arms up and try to sound more cute than usual. Now y'all better. Yuri? She then places one of her hands over her heart, and her face shows fear?
Why? Why's my heart pounding so fast?
Yeah, this is definitely... Yuri, by the way, we're not in the club room. There's no need to grab us and pull us into a closet. No one is watching. We can just sit here, and you don't have to drag me into a tight space, be right face to face with me, and intently stare at me. It is not... stare at me. It is not necessary, but... Yeah. But hey, we finally got kissing. They finally kissed, just, not on the lips, but we were pushing for that to happen, to an extent. Not the way I expected it to happen, but here we are. Without another word, I quickly go up and hug her just like I did earlier today. She hugs me back harder than I was expecting and starts breathing a little heavily, almost like she's hyperventilating. Shh, it's okay now. Everything's alright now. We're past the worst of it. Her grip on me is consistent, which makes me believe I'm gonna be stuck here for a while. Or you're gonna be stuck with her forever now. You've made a yandere girlfriend, there's nothing you can do. Yeah, not necessarily her senpai. A yandere doesn't necessarily have to be after her senpai. She can be about anyone. But yeah, just her love interest. As long as she isn't the kind of yandere that inflicts lasting wounds on her love interest / killing her love interest, then I guess it's fine-ish. Depending on how you view that kind of relationship. Not complaining or anything. As I look over her shoulder to her back, that's hanging halfway off the couch, I can see part of my book sticking through, about to fall on the floor. An idea comes to mind that just might work. And even know why the eye hunters they kill it. Because then they can never leave them again. And some have some very serious mental issues. Like, again, I'm gonna show my my inner Liam Vickers fanboy again. If you want a nice little short audio book about a yandere, you should listen to, like, it's only a 2-parter, I think, so it's really not that long. A Cold Love Story. A Cold Love Story by Liam Vickers. Told from the yandere's point of view, actually. It is a pretty interesting story. Plus, you know, the yandere in question does later appear in another story as well, which is pretty nice. But the bodies will rot away, so that's kind of an idiot move. I guess that is true. An idea comes to mind that just might work. Hey, you want to finish reading the rest of my book to get your mind off this? As she releases her grip from me, she takes a moment to breathe in and out a few times, as if she's getting control of herself back.
I would love to.
Lightly nodding at her, I put a smile back on my face. Then it's settled. Grabbing the book from her bag and hopping on the couch again, we take part in our one-of-a-kind reading formation, but this time with my arm wrapped around her back. I hope she doesn't mind. Are we now gonna get the book story again? Inside Yuri's mind once again. Okay, we didn't get it before because we were reading in the library earlier. I was wondering if we would get it again. Guess it just took a moment. I guess we have a little bit of a skip in the story now.
It's been 3 weeks now. 3 whole weeks since Chaos was defeated. The conditions outside are perfect. No rain clouds inside, calm water, and a noticeable breeze. I'm finally almost done building a boat to escape this island. It took a while to gather everything needed to build the boat. Some of my animal friends were able to help with that, but it's almost time. I just have to secure a few more ropes to have a functioning cotton sail, and I'll be good to go. I've made my own bag out of palm fronds and vines, and gathered from every likey fruit tree I could find.
Again, the likey fruit tree. The likey fruit reoccurring theme. This is the second time the likey fruit tree was mentioned in the book, and we can't forget that Yuri actually fed the MC some likey fruit at some point earlier. So, yeah. Again, I'm not sure how that's gonna come up later. I just know it's important because it's marked in a different text color. But it's probably gonna have something to do with when we finally get to the point where it splits off into the 2 different endings. Like, there aren't a lot of segments that are marked in different text color, so it has to play a role in the decisions that we need to make later on somehow. Not sure how? We'll see when we get there.
I've got to bring back my hero's favorite for him. Securing the last knot and the base of the sail and inspecting everything I've done, my excitement increases stupendously. I finally get to see him again. Oh, I've waited so long for this. I finally get to live out the rest of my future in happiness.
She's also going yandere mode in the book now.
Lady Yuri,
Oh. Looking away from my dog boat shows Ellie, who seemingly appeared out of nowhere. Her sapphire blue eyes show sadness. Ellie?
do you have to leave?
Some of the excitement in me is replaced with hurt at those words. I carefully walk over to her to attempt to comfort her. Listen, I'm sorry, Ellie, but we must part now. My life must go on, as I have someone I love that I have to return to. The both of us stand there, unsure of what to say next.
Love, I still don't understand what that feels like. This feeling so crazy that it would make you want to leave all of us.
My heart is starting to hurt. How do I go about explaining this to her? Oh, I'm certain you do, my dear.
But how? I'm the only elephant on this island. I don't have anyone special that makes me feel the same way.
Sighing to collect my thoughts, I gingerly place a hand on her ear and start rubbing out of comfort. Oh, of course you do, Ellie. From what I've seen from you during my time here, I think you know a lot about love already.
I do?
You've shown it so many times, and I bet you didn't even know. Remember when you and I first became friends with Rambi, and you thought of the idea of building a shelter for him and went through with it? Ellie, still with a long face, nods at me. Remember after the attacks on our island, you traveled from one side of the island to the other with banana bunches in your trunk, or also that the monkeys on the other side wouldn't starve, or that time when you spent the night with our ostrich friend Espresso because her home was destroyed and she needed company. She's still unable to speak. You've done all these wonderful things for your friends because you love them, whether you know it or not. Chaos may be gone and things may have mostly returned to normal, but I'm sure your friends still need you more than ever, just like how I need my hero and he needs me. He's helped me with so much in life. Looking at the faded red and white healed marks on my arm makes me miss him that much more. And I want to go home and help him out.
Part of me thinking that Code needs to save Yuri for Yandere Sycamore with everything that... Take it the good name, that's just a theory. A game theory, no regrets. I mean, we might have to save her from going full Yandere. So she did switch to Act 2 Yuri for a bit there. And that might be it. The vastly different endings might be ending 1, everything is normal, we live a happy life. Ending 2, she goes full on into the deep end. Like, just Act 2. So that is how I feel that might differ. We'll see.
And I want to go home to help him out. He hasn't seen me in so long. I bet he's worried sick about me, about our future. Nobody's been there for him that he can turn to in times of need, of pain, of strife, to reassure him that everything will be alright. I just want to be there for him, to be a couple like any other, to hold each other like any other. At this point, trying to stop emotions from building up is almost impossible. You don't have to wait to find that special someone in your life to find out about love, but who knows? Maybe there's a poor elephant lost and wandering that roams this island that we don't know about. I say that to try to lighten the mood, but that doesn't seem to work. As she closes her eyes, a lone tear rolls down her cheek.
I don't want to say goodbye.
I'm trying desperately to hold back tears for my voice not to break, but I'm failing as I embrace her and she wraps her trunk around me. Ellie, I'm so sorry I have to leave. I'll never forget this island and all the friends we've made, all the adventures we went on, each and every good time that we've had, and how much I love you so. Stepping away from her with tears threatening my eyes, I lean forward and shakily kiss her forehead as one final goodbye. Turning away from her and returning to my boat, I carefully hop on board, pull my makeshift anchor from the sand, and begin paddling out into the open water. Tears start streaming as I'm farther away from the island with nothing surrounding me as the sun slowly starts setting. I'll miss you dearly, Ellie, but I'm finally coming back home, my hero.
And that's the end of the book, right? Is anybody can't kiss girl. Okay, girl. Well, in the book she can. I'm sure she will soon. And that is the end of the book story, I imagine. Well, it's been so long since I've gone through this ending, and I forgot just how painful that ending was. Taking the back cover of the book and closing it, I accidentally closed it over Yuri's fingers, which I completely forgot were there. Oh, sorry about that. She doesn't respond. Looking over to her shows a defeated look similar to what was shown on the walk to her house. I mean, I know the ending to my book was sad, but was it really that much to cause this kind of reaction? Hey, everything alright? She pauses for a bit before speaking and places her hand on her arm I bandaged up.
Code, I'm scared about something. I'm not sure if I can stop myself.
Okay, are we talking about the cutting part, or are we talking about the yandere part? Because depending on which part we're talking about, this could either be very threatening for us, or for you. Both! Why not both? How am I supposed to respond to that when I don't know how to go about doing that? I can't help but sit next to her, feeling awful about this helpless feeling. She probably wouldn't like it if I didn't respond back, though. Does anyone in the club know about this? She shakes her head while avoiding looking at me. Maybe it's best if nobody knew about this then. No. Do you want to see someone about this?
No, I don't want to. I don't feel that it's progressed far enough to warrant that.
Right. She said this started 2 months ago. That sounds pretty early on to me. Still, the earlier on you try to take care of it, the better. Because the longer such a habit persists, the harder it will be to stop. Well, I can respect that. Seeing people like that can be scary sometimes. I'm guessing you want to try stopping by yourself. She manages to nod while still looking away from me. Well, count me in then. Taking a pause to see what kind of reaction she'll give is ultimately fruitless. Keep going then. I might not know what to do, but let's not face this alone. If you ever feel like wanting to do that again, text me, call me, start banging on my door, wake me up in the middle of the night. Please, just anything. She's giving me that one intent look again. Maybe everything's running through her mind. She has had a rough day today. Poor girl.
Is that really okay?
I nodded her to confirm. Of course. Anything to make you feel better. There's an unusually long silence between us. I don't feel like I said anything wrong. What's going on? That's when she closes her eyes and practically leaps at me. Hugging me tighter than I was expecting, it gets to the point where I lose my balance and we both end up falling over on our sides with me mere inches away from rolling off her couch. Once we land, she buries her forehead in my chest and I realize what kind of situation I'm in. That's when I wrap an arm around her back and the other one behind her head and carefully place my head above hers and close my eyes.
Code, please, promise you won't leave me.
Can't help but feel a sense of importance as we're like this. I think I want to hear the same from her. I'm not going anywhere. I don't ever want to say goodbye to you. And even if you do decide to get help, I'll be with you every step of the way. After a moment, she buries her head even deeper into my chest and tightens her grip on me. Cautiously, having my fingers flow through her hair, my breathing becomes much more relaxed as we enjoy each other's company. As close as we are to each other, it feels like my feelings are trying to escape my body and meet hers. She's so warm. I wish I could stay here forever. For the love of God! Come on! Maybe she's feeling the same thing? Yeah, I agree with Kiss already. Yes, I agree! Is this what it feels like to care for and protect someone you love? Love. Is that really what's going on? I could get used to this. It feels just as nice as when we were watching the fireworks 2 days ago. I'm surprised I didn't make any sudden movements as my eyelids pulled up towards the sound of the door knocking. Yuri doesn't seem to react too much. She seems rather peaceful. I guess she fell asleep. For them to do such a simple task. We did kiss her, just not on the lips. It is some progress, okay? I really didn't want to stop this either. Speaking gently in her ear, I release my grip on her. I'll get this for you. She slowly, almost reluctantly, eases her grip on me until I'm able to break free. Slowly getting up from the couch and walking over to the door to open it shows... Oh, for Christ's sake! Oh, we, just earlier, we kissed her wounds. Like the big cut on her upper arm. We kissed that, and that's when she had her yandere awakening. So, look at that however you want to. Oh, for Christ's sake. It's Natsuki and she looks irritated for whatever reason. What could she possibly want?
Alright, what are you doing here?
Hand goes to the back of my head. The way she's looking at me makes me more nervous than I'd like to be. I'm helping take care of Yuri? Didn't Monica tell you guys?
Well, of course she did. I just wanted to see her and check up on her like how a friend would.
I don't like that tone of voice. I already did that for you. It was pretty bad. That's when she crosses her arms at me.
Bad enough where I can't come in and see her.
Oh god, no. I'm pretty sure Yuri wouldn't want anyone to know about what's going on. I slowly start closing the door out of instinct. It'd be best if you didn't. She doesn't want company right now. With her squinting her eyes at me, she looks like she's about to barge in at any second.
Are you sure about that?
As she actually takes a step forward, I close the door even more out of panic and have my voice be muffled as only the top half of my head sticks out of the door. Yes, please. I mean it. An awkward silence plays out between me and her.
Of course. You would get special privilege over all of us. Go figure. She wouldn't have gotten sick if you two hadn't shared food a few days ago, you know?
You cannot be serious right now. I have no idea how to respond to that as I stare at her inquisitively as her smirk goes away.
Jeez, you're no fun.
I can't help it if I don't know what to say. She then brings her hand close to my face and starts waving as if to get my attention or something.
You still there, bro?
Look, I'm sure that Yuri will be fine tomorrow. We should both be there tomorrow.
You know what? Whatever. You'll both be sorry if you miss out tomorrow.
With that, she turns away in a somewhat animated fashion and walks away, to which I breathe a big sigh of relief and gently close the door. I have no idea how to feel about all that as I'm walking over to the couch and see Yuri sitting upright.
Code, is everything alright?
Yeah, nothing to worry about. Just Natsuki being herself.
Oh, okay. What did she want?
She wanted to check up on you, but I told her I've got everything under control. Shut it. Shut it, Chad. Just shut it. I don't. Just, no.
Good.
She makes herself comfy by laying down on her right side again, but leaves enough space on the couch for me.
Come here.
I can't help but smile at her words as I do what she wants with excitement building up inside. Once I make myself comfy with my arms around the upper back, she buries her head lightly into my chest again as I carefully lay my head on hers. Hey, are you gonna be able to make it to school tomorrow? She manages to bury her head in my chest twice as if she's nodding. Good. Monica wants to speak with all of us tomorrow. She doesn't respond. All I can hear is her breathing. Well, at least she knows. I wanted to save you. I would have done anything I could for a few moments in my life. You made me feel as if I truly meant something to someone. About 3 hours later. I'm finally back home after such a long day today. Once Yuri was up and about and it was time for me to leave, As much as I didn't want to, she insisted that she walk me back to my place, to which I didn't protest. She stayed rather close to me the entire walk here, which, while I didn't mind, I couldn't move one of my arms the entire time. That's an acceptable loss, I guess. Oh yeah, she's starting to get really clingy now. Also, where's the music? Oh, flashback to our walk, I guess.
Code.
Her grip on my arm somehow tightens as we continue to walk. I hope my arm doesn't fall asleep.
Thanks for all your help today. I don't know what I would have done without you.
A small smile appears on my face. Anytime. I say that, but I can't shake off this feeling of helplessness from earlier. I've never had to deal with anything quite like this before. It's a miracle I was able to think of bandaging her up, but that seemed like common sense. But yet again, with what happened to my older brother, I guess I'll just have to do my best for her. Wait, did I skip something? She deserves it. Putting me to sleep? Nah, I'm still up. Still up. We've still got more to go. Looking over to Yuri to distract me from my thoughts shows a much more content look from her, which is quite pleasant when compared to the mood from earlier today. Her smile looks so good on her. I hate it when it disappears. Hey, that's an idea. Why don't I write about this? Some way to tell her I mean what I say. Yeah, I think she'll really like that. You need Ray? You're not getting the rage. I will rage another day. Once me and Yuri hugged and she left, I decided to take a look inside my mailbox. Inside it is one envelope and it's from Mom and Dad. I was hoping they would write back to me. And back to our house. So you won't No? No, I will not. I refuse. Also, by the way, highlighted text again. It's been a while since we've had new highlighted text. Let's see. So this is important. Made me happy after reading the letter from my parents, knowing that everything's alright over on their end. They even said they'll help me with getting on disability and finding a They even said they'll help me with getting on disability and finding a job when they arrive home. It's a shame I won't be able to see them anytime soon, though. Taking the letter and placing it on the corner of my desk, I pull out a clean sheet of notebook paper and start writing a poem for Yuri. If anything, I really hope I don't have to present this to everyone in the club. Things could get pretty bad if I had to do that. Then write another one for the club. 15 minutes later. Alright, I'll admit. Hasn't been that long. It has been quite a while since we've seen a new one. Like the likey fruit is a word we've first had pop up like in the first or second stream. And every time it got repeated, it also was highlighted in that same color. But yeah, the letter / envelope is definitely a new highlighted word. Alright, I'll admit, I've only been able to write 2 paragraphs. That doesn't sound right. Isn't there another word for that? Anyways, like I said, only 2 paragraphs done. I've been stuck on a line I wrote for a while. The whirlwind of feelings that arise. Thing is, I'm not sure what feelings come about from that. I hope I don't get stumped on this for a while. I really want to get this done to show her. Surprisingly important story item? I can imagine that's why it was highlighted after all. An idea comes to mind that makes me think. What if? No, I can't do that. But what if? I know I shouldn't be getting up from my chair and leaving my room, but my curiosity is getting the better of me right now. What are we doing? Throughout the whole walk down the stairs and to my kitchen, my mind was screaming at me, don't do that. No! I know what he's... I have a feeling I know what he's doing. And I agree, we should absolutely not. We will regret this. Yuri will absolutely hate herself for this, because she will blame herself. She will blame herself if we do this. I am 99% sure that she'll do that. Stop right now, turn back, go back to your room. You really don't want to do this. Trust me. But it's not like I'm gonna do anything bad. Are you sure? Absolutely not make an extra spicy taco. Ah, yes, that. I should be able to stop myself from doing anything stupid. Keyword, should. Opening one of the drawers to pull out a kitchen knife and having the blade rest in the palm of my left hand. The weird feeling of power from using one of Yuri's pocket knives a few days ago makes a return, but there's fear mixed into those feelings this time instead of anticipation. This is a mistake. This is a mistake. How are we this stupid? It's honestly a little scary. Having the blade gently slide across my palm. Damage Bitter, you are right about the gently part here. Having the blade gently slide across my palm and fingers doesn't feel too bad, but that's probably not what Yuri was feeling to cause what I saw today. As my mind is still at war with me about what I'm doing, I push my thoughts aside as I gently slide the knife down my arm and have it rest on top of an area where a blood vein is. No, 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 no. As it rests there for a bit, I don't quite realize how much pressure I'm applying as my mind is going berserk, screaming things at me. You know, at least he's going for a vein rather than an artery, but it's still not a nice decision. I would not recommend doing. No pressure. Still, this is bad. What would your brother say if he saw this? No, stop it. Yes, stop. Absolutely stop. We don't need this. We don't need this right now. Oh, I will. My eyelids bolting upwards at the side in front of me, I immediately remove the knife from my arm and toss it away on the counter. Taking a seat at the table to take a look at the mark on my arm, I don't feel anything out of place after running my finger across that mark. Can't imagine how it would have felt had I gone any deeper. Can't help but place my head on the table, feeling a little disappointed with myself as I let out a groan of slight anguish and let my thoughts roam free. Thinking about the skin being separated on Yuri's arm strikes my body with a roaming, sickening uncomfortableness. No. Please don't. The image won't escape my head. Her glistening eyes with a single tear, her troubled frown, her red and yellow arm, her delicate voice being broken by whimpers of sadness. Getting up and placing both hands on my head. The image torments me as I head over to the wall that the couch is on and forcefully place my head against the wall to try to make the thoughts stop. No. No! Stop it! Not my baby! The pain in my forehead is enough to make me stop and sit down where I'm at, in the middle of my living room floor. The dull, spreading pain and the torturous thoughts of a helpless Yuri runs through my mind again, to which I forcefully grab my head with both my hands and swiftly bring my head to the hardwood floor. I can almost start to feel tears build up. Please, just stop. My breathing is becoming more forced and frequent. This is too scary. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave her. Knowing this about her, it's bothering me too much. After taking some time to try to calm down and regain control to fight back tears, I roll over onto my back and gently, I hate that word, rub my forehead. And now we're really starting to use it more and more. Stop doing that. I can feel the pain even though I'm not the one doing that. Well, damn, we're about to get a concussion here. I think I can feel a flat spot. Now being too tired to move, I continue to lay down on the floor to breathe freely and relax. To stare at the ceiling and recover, to let my mind run free once again. Into the mod files and take out that word in this chapter. Yuri. I mean, yes, there was this one streamer who complained about the word, and now I'm gonna remove it completely. Don't mind me. It's just trauma from both the original DDLC, specifically that one phrase, and of course also playing Danganronpa, where that word again has a very negative connotation. So, yeah. Guys brought up a good point though. Did we? How so? You're about to get brain damage because head smash. Don't make me. Hey, Rob, don't. Yuri, I don't know how to feel. I wish I knew what to do to help. I don't like feeling this way. I regret even thinking about that. Regret. Isn't that what she felt today? She probably felt guilty too. Slowly bringing myself up from the ground, I don't have it in me to act very animated right now. Instead, I bring both my arms up and take a deep breath to continue to regain control of myself. I think I know what to do now. Turning around and walking over to the kitchen, I end up staring at a knife on the counter in front of me with a look of fear, disgust, and disbelief. Feeling my anger slowly arise, I feel like I have to be the one to put it in its place. Literally. It has a drawer that it belongs in. Making sure to be extra careful when grabbing the knife, I put it away in its rightful spot and close the drawer. Then make my way back up to my room to finish the poem for her. I really hope this makes her happy. She deserves it. I'm going straight to bed after this. Maybe that'll help these feelings go away. 7:45 p.m. Yuri point of view.
I'm finally back home after walking Koto's house. Throughout the whole walk there, my mind raced about the events of today. Earlier today, when he handled the Jason situation all by himself, I didn't think he would be the kind of person to resort to such actions, but he did end up saving me after all. Then there's when he was taking care of my arm. My heart's never pounded that hard in my life, but why though? Was it because of the fact that he didn't react as violently as I thought he would? That he didn't run away because of all this? What Monica told me about a week ago also ran through my mind. Something about all these feelings I have are perfectly normal. For her sake, I hope she's right. And also something about trusting my instincts on whether something feels right or not. I'll have to remember that. I've been in this uniform for much longer than I'd like to be, which means it's time to change clothes and also think about dinner. I wish I could have stayed at Code's house for a bit, but he probably needs to get ready for school tomorrow. I'm so thankful that he's done today, for what he's done today, and how everything turned out in general.
You're living inside of a nightmare. This your life. You need to stop. You need to wake up. It's time to wake up. No waking up. Actually, no, I would... Okay, fine. But what if I do wake up? Like, if this is a nightmare and I wake up, would this entire world just cease to exist? Would all of you no longer be real? Do I want that to happen? That is the question. Who needs to wake up? We need DLC. Yes, that is also true. That is way more important. None of us are real. We live inside a simulation. Of course we do. Please keep dreaming. I don't want to unexist. I shall never wake up. Never ever. How everything done in general.
The contents of my bag scattered all over my living room floor ends up ripping me from my thoughts and back to reality. May as well clean up a bit. Once that's done and my bag's in my grasp, I walk up the stairs and enter my bedroom. Once I'm in, my nose feels funny as I drop my bag on the ground. It feels like I'm about to sneeze. It's not particularly dusty in here. Just smells different from everywhere else in my house.
Why would it smell different? Oh no. You know that we aren't real, you know. You already knew that, didn't you? Yeah, of course. It just takes one look at blue lore to figure out that, no, this can't be real. None of you can be real. Alright.
It just smells different from everywhere else in my house. Once the weird feeling in my nose goes away, I proceed to grab the bottom part of my brown blazer, unbutton it, and bring it up to my face to inhale with notable force.
Really? Because we were constantly, like, squished up against it. Yeah, she's going yandere mode. She's going absolutely yandere mode.
A rush of familiarity and excitement runs through my body. It smells just like him. It smells perfect.
Also, just like what Sayori did in the Natsuki Quest mod, where we made sure to get MC sweaty gym clothing to give to her so she could sniff them. So yeah, nothing out of the ordinary here for DDLC.
It smells perfect. My mind begins racing at the thought of him, everything he's done for me today, and how close we were today. To hell with it, I'm leaving this on. I want this to last forever. I'll fall asleep to this, where tomorrow have him be around me more. What he doesn't know won't hurt him. It's almost like what Monica said, this feels right.
Yeah, she's going insane. Oh! And we got the glitchy music! Insanity. Remind me of that one fish as well. Yeah, the fish! You can't see the fish. The fish has been consumed. It's been eaten. Entirely. Nothing remains of it.
Excitedly walking over to my desk to grab my Ellie and Remy plush, I collapse onto my bed and proceed to hold the two of them close to me. We did it, guys. Today was a success. He didn't run away or leave me. I'm so happy. That's when I begin to rock myself from side to side, hugging my friends tight as if I were holding on to him again, and then breathe a sigh of relief. I already can't wait to see him tomorrow. Oh, the muffled sound means my phone's still in my bag. Placing my friends near my pillow and getting up to retrieve my phone from my bag, I turn it on to see it's him.
Hey, are you still feeling alright after today?
Oh, look at that, still looking after me. He's so cute. I can't help but beam as I lay on the floor, stomach down, and text my response to him. Oh yes, I'm much better now, thanks again for everything. Send. I can't help but playfully kick both my feet in the air and giggle to myself while staring at my phone screen.
Chat? No. Bad chat.
I think I can feel my heartbeat increase a little bit in anticipation of what he has to say next. It's becoming a little bit difficult to keep my breathing in check, but I'm doing okay. The moment my screen comes to life with one new message, it takes me no time to open the message from him.
Of course, I'm so happy to hear that. I'm going to bed early tonight. See you tomorrow, babe. Why do I want to look at the screen? Roughly. Yes, that's how we do it now. I completely will overlook that word in front of look at the screen, by the way.
He really caught me that. I can't believe it. The adrenaline rush in me is real as I roll onto my back and respond to his text. See you tomorrow, darling. There, bring my phone close to my chest and hugging it. The idea of going to bed early as well doesn't seem too bad. That means I get to see him sooner, but at the same time I still have dinner and preparing for tomorrow to do. My mind continues to run freely as I blankly stare at my ceiling, still unsure what to do. Maybe some fresh air will help me think more clearly. Picking myself up from my floor, I walk over to my bedroom window, open it and take in the fresh air while I stare at the starry night sky, letting my mind wander yet again.
Rob, did you really just... Oh my god, you actually did. You actually did it. I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't know. Okay then.
The cool breeze of the night makes me shiver a little bit, but it's not too bad.
Can't pin messages on phone. I see, I see.
The cool breeze of the night makes me shiver a little bit, but it's not too bad. Thoughts of Code, today's events, and what he just sent me are seemingly never ending. As I lay my elbow on the window frame and rest my head on my hand, I think I'm starting to become glassy-eyed by remembering part of a song from my childhood.
Also, I thank you for the headpats, Bones. How are you? By the way, the title of the stream might be a foolish miscalculation. Potentially. I mean, don't get me wrong, we have finished something. There was a final stretch in this stream. We have finished reading a book together with Yuri. But as for the mod itself, I think this will definitely take some more time. I mean, it has true. I was at least smart enough to put probably in there. At least I was smart enough for that. But oh well. You're working right to can you? Huh, interesting.
And even though I know how very far apart we are, it helps to think that we might be wishing on the same bright star. And when the night wind starts to sing a lonesome lullaby, it helps to think we're sleeping underneath the same big sky.
And that was chapter 8, I imagine. Now we're on to chapter 9, brick by brick. And initially I thought this mod only had 8 chapters. I don't know where I got that idea, but I was very mistaken apparently. Thursday, October 14th, 2:58 p.m. Back to main character point of view. Not gonna lie, this has probably been one of the slowest school days I've seen in a while. Having to point out individual clock ticks every second is not fun. There were some times today where I had to try my dangdest to keep myself awake due to how boring today was. That was strange because I got enough sleep last night. Overall, everything was pretty normal. Me and Yuri walked to school like usual. Wallace didn't say a word to us. Jason was nowhere to be found, probably due to the injuries, which I don't feel guilty about. And the two of us had lunch together in the classroom. Jason had it coming. Now we need to find Wallace's other friend and kick the shit out of him too. And then we can face Wallace, the final boss. Right? Yeah. But yeah, Bones, in case you're curious, there was a guy who was bullying Yuri, and we just ran up to him, and we ran up to him, hand to his face, pushed him over, and with all force we had plus gravity, slammed his head into the ground. And then ran away. It felt great. I did see that you were gonna make a meme, but I don't know how to feel about that. Fucking yeeted, yup. At least he might leave us alone now. Wallace is currently leaving us alone because the principal had a talk with him. But Wallace still has one other friend which we might have to be worried about. We'll have to see. She wanted some cuddles, some cuddle time together, to which I happily obliged. It was such a good time, I can't help but put a dumb smile on my face at the thought. Finally! I thought this day would never end. Lifting my head up from my desk with eyes slightly drowsy, I slowly pack up my stuff as everyone else makes their way out before I do. And then, get up to leave. Feel honored, there is only one other stream I made. I shall feel honored. But I have a feeling a lot of the memes about me are just, I mean, there was the think code, think meme. Which, by the way, that was really nice, but yeah. We'll see how that turns out. Yeah, sometimes life gets busy, I know. It sucks. Why can't we just have all the free time we want? Multiple plus Code and Yuri are both yandere. You know, I have a feeling if a dude has yandere tendencies, it comes across a whole lot less charming for some reason. Damn, no gender equality, am I right? Think. I don't know if it made me think. Maybe a little bit. But I got my stuff done for today, thank goodness I don't have to worry about that later. Slammed with assignments, that sucks. Well, I hope you'll be able to take care of them in a relatively timely fashion. But still, yikes. Thank goodness I don't have to worry about that later. There was a weird anticipating feeling while walking here, mainly about what Monica wants to talk about with us. As I make it to the top of the stairs, I continue on my walk to the club, staring blankly at the ground, focusing on nothing in general. I do feel a little bad that I may have ruined her plans, but what happened with Yuri is more important. Oh no, is she gonna be angry with us? No, it would have to be super important for her to start yelling at us. Now, wait. What about my book? Is Yuri gonna give that back to me, or is she still gonna hold on to it? Yeah, she might want to reread it or something. Code. Ah, there she is. Viking? No, bad. My head immediately bolts upwards at the voice I just heard. Huh? Yuri! As she flashes one of the cutest smiles I've ever seen, she walks completely past the clubroom door, slightly quickens her pace, and brings both her arms outward. Once I figure out exactly what's going on, I smile back at her and catch her as she impacts into me. Her hugs are as warm as they always were, and her grip on me makes me all the happier. Yeah, she's definitely gotten a lot more clingy. Not necessarily calling it a bad thing, but that definitely went from, like, she was hesitant to even attempt to hug us, and ever since she had her small little yandere awakening, she has had trouble even ever letting go of us. Again, I am not complaining, main character in the game is not complaining, so I guess there's nothing particularly wrong with it as long as it doesn't escalate too far. Hugs are warm as they always were, and her grip on me makes me all the happier. But yeah, hugs, definitely noise. I guess it's just a big relief to see her act this way compared to what happened yesterday.
I missed you a little bit.
Okay, that I was not expecting. It's only been 2.5 hours. Speaking of which, Yuri never really acted this way when I first met her. Again, very clingy. If you're someone who's a bit touch-starved, if you find a person you feel comfortable hugging is... Yeah, you know what? That is very, very fair. She dashed into code and said it is... No. I have not seen the monkey show, sadly. Sadly. But yeah, we all need more hugs in our lives, don't we? I'm not complaining. Oh, I know how to get back at her. I guess I need to watch that. Once we release each other, I can't help but start blushing and look away from her. Oh yeah? Well, did you do something different today? because you're more pretty than normal today. As she blushes and looks away, I can't help but do the same. It's a little embarrassing to say stuff like this, not gonna lie.
Oh, you ready to add into the club?
As I look over her way again, I reapproach her, grab her hand, and our fingers mesh. Of course. And with that, the two of us happily make our way to the club, even if it's a really short walk. After opening the door for Yuri, we both walk into the club, hand in hand. Taking a look around shows everyone here, except for Natsuki. Huh, wonder where she ran off to. Actually, now that I think about it, this is my first time being back in the club after the festival, and the room looks like it's back to normal. Once I notice Monica getting up from her desk and walking towards the two of us, our hands return to each other, and my happiness ever so slowly diminishes at what she'll have to say.
Welcome back, you two.
I can already tell her tone of voice isn't as cheerful as I'm used to. She focuses her attention towards Yuri.
All better now, are we, Yuri?
As Yuri looks away nervously, it takes her a while before she responds back.
Yes, all better now.
Mind if I ask what happened?
I kinda want to butt in and answer that for her, but I'm curious now.
I was just sick, that's all. And God was chivalrous enough to take care of me in my time of need.
Oh my Christ! Why does this girl make me blush so much? Because you love her. I mean, she's technically right though. After seeing a small smile creep onto Yuri's face, Monica looks over my way, which causes me to panic a little bit inside and look away, as she'll see how red my face is. Then back to Yuri.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, I couldn't be any more sure.
God, can I just hug her again? Monica is questioning what we're saying. She's not buying it. Of calmly referencing, Dumbledore asked calmly. Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? Dumbledore asked calmly. God, can I just hug her again?
Very well then. Today's club meeting will be cut up a little bit short because of an announcement I have to make before we leave. If you two need me for anything, you know where I'll be.
With that, she turns on her heel and walks back to wherever she was before. And I just asked, that is worse. No. As I'm indirectly staring at whatever's in front of me, I can feel my hand being messed around with. Being broken out of my trance, I look over to Yuri, who looks like a light bulb just went off in her head. What could she be thinking of?
Code, go ahead and get our desk all set up for us to get my book already. I'll be at the restroom real quick.
Oh, well, okay, I guess that works too. Wait. A wee bit of excitement runs through me. Oh, we're gonna start reading your book. Yuri happily nods.
I figured it's about time.
Gotcha. I'll stay here then. With that, she smiles warmly at me and turns around to leave the club room. Once she's out of sight, I turn around as well, walk over to her desk, and try not to make too much noise as I bring another desk close to hers. Once that's done, I take a seat at my desk, but my attention is then drawn to the sound of the door opening and Natsuki entering the room. Once she's inside, she walks over to where Monica's at and starts chatting with her. Maybe I shouldn't mess with her today, considering how she was yesterday. Time to drown them out. Once I look away from the two of them, I set my backpack on my desk, look around for her book, and pull it out. It's been a while since I've last touched this, as I have to blow some dust off of it. As I'm holding it in my hands, its dark shade of purple on the cover draws me in as I stare at the picture in the middle of the royal-esque font. An unlikely hero. I still can't believe I've never heard of this before. A small flash of pink gets caught in my peripheral vision, which causes me to set the book down to see Natsuki walking past me to get to her closet. Can't help but look away from her out of nervousness. Is she still upset about yesterday? I thought I did okay with handling everything yesterday. Enough of that for now. Let's take a quick look before she gets here. A small smile appears at the thought of what I'm gonna do next. Flipping the book around to its backside, I open the book up backwards until I'm at the very last page and find a suitable spot to start reading near the very end of the story. Why would you do that? Why would you spoil the end for yourself? Don't you... Dude! Come on! This was reading time with Yuri and you're spoiling the end of the story. Bad MC! Shall we dance? He asked me, his voice still as tender and innocent as when I first met him. I would love nothing more. As I slowly approach him, I feel much more warm and comfortable as I place my hand in his. My other arm rests on his shoulder as he caresses me with his other arm. The night is still young and so are we. It's peaceful, both inside our castle and across the world now. It's just the two of us, close to each other. Placing my head on my hero's chest to feel his heartbeat makes me feel more safe than ever as we continue to dance in our ballroom. Even after everything, he's still more radiant than the sun, more dazzling than all of the stars in the sky. We've been through so much. I will not say the word. Also, hi, Dan. I will not. As far as I am concerned, that word isn't in here. Together, but it's all over. Everything's all over. This is the happy ending I've wished for. Pulling away from my hero as our eyes lock with each other, I can feel my doubts and fears being erased as he begins speaking gently. My darling, you have lived all these years in my heart. Now I have you again in my life. There, I read it this time. And once should be enough. Yeah, I said it. With my emotions shaking while feeling tears break through, we both close our eyes as we lean into each other. The unexpected sound of the main entrance door knocking interrupts the two of us. Code? Oh, she's back already. Yuri, tell the MC that he's doing that he's being a very bad boy right now. How dare he read the end?
What are you doing?
Oh boy. This is gonna be fun to explain. Quickly closing the book and setting her on the desk, I nervously tap twice on her seat as to motion her to sit down next to me. Well, it's She takes a seat next to me, clearly expecting more out of me. Let's get this over with. I do this with nearly every book I read. Take a quick look at how the book ends, and then kinda keep that in mind when I start reading from the beginning. It's almost like a puzzle in some ways, trying to figure out how the events lead up or tie into the ending. Kinda like how working backwards in some way can be helpful. I don't know why I do it, as I usually forget about the ending when I'm almost halfway done anyways. There's uncomfortable silence between me and her as I'm guessing the gears in her head are going haywire. I mean, she did look pretty angry at that previous sprite. So, okay. After a little bit, her expression eases up.
You're so weird, Code.
All the feelings of guilt and tension seem to dissipate after hearing her say that. I still can't put on a smile though, as I feel like I should keep on talking. There's more where the MC is an autistic spectrum? Yes! Yeah, no, that is the one. That is exactly the one. And I thought, again, foolish miscalculation, but at least I was smart enough to put probably in the title. I thought this mod only had 8 chapters. I don't know where I got the idea, but we're currently on chapter 9. So, yeah. Just pointing that out. As I still can't put a smile as I feel like I should keep on talking. Sorry if I made you upset.
I guess it's alright, Code.
She takes the book away from me and opens to the front cover, taking her respective side.
How about we start reading now?
I take a hold of my side of the book. From the beginning, this time. She giggles a little bit as she flips the opening pages over.
You're still silly, you know.
I can't help but start giggling at her. Oh, stop it, you. She giggles once again, and then flips over to the first page. Are we gonna get another book story? No? Maybe not. Okay, maybe it was just MC's book where we got to see the actual story play out. Maybe not this time. 20 minutes pass, and we've somehow made it past the first chapter. I still haven't quite figured out who this hero is that I saw at the end. A lot of guys were introduced at the beginning of the story. Maybe it was the well-respected older person who articulated his sentences very well. Maybe it was the black sheep of the bunch who started every now and then. I'll figure it out eventually. No King Power, this is not the base game. As you can see in the tags, maybe this is modded. But hello anyway. So yeah, in this mod, MC is on the autistic spectrum, and this is very much pushing the romance between MC and Yuri. So yeah. I'll figure it out eventually. Once we start reading the second chapter, the words in front of me start making less and less sense, and my focus seems to be shifting. The sound of footsteps is what ultimately catches my attention. Natsuki ends up making her way over to the two of us, which makes me feel nervous and not think of words properly. Her tone of voice doesn't make things any better.
Hey Yuri, glad to see you're feeling better.
Yes, I'm alright now.
The way she said that makes her sound more annoyed.
What do we have going on over here?
We were just reading her... Suddenly she puts one of her hands up to me like she's trying to shut me up or something.
I'm not talking to you.
Jeez. Uncalled for much? In response, I let out a rather audible sigh as a non-verbal attempt of telling them how I feel, and lay my head down on my desk.
You and I are reading together. What do you want?
I guess both me and Yuri weren't quite ready for... I guess both me and Natsuki weren't quite ready for Yuri's sudden tone change, as I continue to stay quiet and focus on listening. No, sadly we're not in the classroom in the sky. Very sad, I know.
Are you busy after today's meeting? I was wondering if you wanted to go to the bookstore and spend some time together like friends should.
I can only guess that Yuri's thinking for a bit as my head's still down. She's gonna say no, because she's so obsessed with us that she would rather spend all of her free time with us than hang out with any friends. Right?
I don't know.
Well, that's a better response than I thought.
I might have other plans for today.
Depending on what we say, right?
If it helps, my dad gave me some extra spending money so that we could both buy a book. We both haven't spent much time outside of school in a while.
I'll think about it, but you should already know my stance about manga.
I didn't even say anything about that.
Still, you'll probably end up dragging me to look at them and bore me to tears.
You don't know that.
Look, I'll contact you if I want to go. Now go away before you hurt anyone else's feelings.
Okay, Yuri, calm down. You don't need to be so protective. This is getting out of hand. Okay, I wasn't expecting that from her. Again. Both me and Natsuki are left speechless again, but she ends up looking away in a defeated manner and walks back to the closet. Yuri looks back to her side of the book, still with her annoyed face, to which I take a hold of her free hand and have my voice show some concern. Hey, you alright? Yeah, you gotta feel bad for Natsuki here. Like, honestly, I feel like she's getting treated very horribly in this mod. Might just be me. Might just be me, but damn. Then again... Okay, we're more so scared of Monica. It's not like we absolutely hate her, but we did immediately insult her first poem. Yeah, but Natsuki definitely is getting the worst treatment out of everyone in this mod. By far. Hey, you alright? Her grip on my hand becomes more tight as she takes a deep breath. Maybe... Hey! It's not just me, I think every one of us can agree that Natsuki is getting the worst treatment in this mod. Yuri main... Also hi to our muse, but yeah, Yuri main love interest. Monica, well, we kind of insulted her poem, but we're more so intimidated by her and kind of impressed after what she did to Wallace. So that's fine. We genuinely like Sayori. It's just Natsuki who we absolutely despise, apparently. Which is sad. But yeah, it's going well. Thanks for asking. Hope you're doing well too. Hope you're doing well too. Again, we finished the story that the MC likes to read. And we are now starting Yuri's book, which should be interesting. Her grip on my hand becomes more tight as she takes a deep breath.
Yes, they'll all be fine.
A smirk appears on her face, seemingly out of nowhere.
Joke's on her, I don't have her number saved on my phone.
The both of us giggle at what she said. No more jungle Yuri then. Yeah, no more jungle Yuri. We're past that point. But we do have obsessive Yuri now. The second we kissed her on one of her wounds, she switched into yandere mode, and she got extremely clingy going forward. And I have a feeling that's not gonna change. I know that sounds kind of mean, but I probably shouldn't. And I probably shouldn't laugh, but I can't help it.
Shall we continue?
Looking down at my hand in hers, and then back up to her, I smile at her as I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Yes, let's. After 15 minutes pass, and I'm starting to lose focus on the words in front of me again, nature's calling. Setting down my end of the book, much to Yuri's dismay, I look over to her, release my hand from hers, and tug on her right sleeve. Yuri? She looks over to me, considerably happier than before.
Yes, darling.
I like it when she calls me that. I'll be at the restroom, okay?
Oh, of course. It won't be too long now.
Okay.
Okay, everyone.
I saw the... Okay, when I saw the green borders, I was like, oh, are we switching to Monica's point of view? No, apparently that was just for one thing. Darling. Yep. Darling it is, the word of choice here. Oh god, not now! My attention is drawn to Monica. I really don't want to interrupt her. Why does this have to happen now?
I've got an announcement for everyone, so gather around, please.
Instead of gathering around like everyone is, I walk up to Monica, tug on her sleeve, just like I did to Yuri a little bit ago. Monica. She turns around to face me, and I bet I have everyone's attention on me, which I really wish wasn't happening right now.
What is it?
Can this wait a bit? Restroom, now? She looks at me like I said something wrong.
What?
Please.
Can't you hold it for like 2 minutes?
Yeah, come on, this shouldn't be very long.
No, my insides hurt. That's why I pointed her, yet still looking... That's when I pointed her, yet still looking at Monica. Monica, she's being mean.
What?
What? She's your bully, you weenie.
Say Yuri?
Natsuki, you shouldn't shout at Sayori like that.
Monica!
Oh my god, just go already.
Yeah, and Monica apparently has had enough of our shit. Wait, right here? That'd be weird. Okay, yeah, this is weird. Okay. Natsuki just freaking out. Sayori just like kind of judging me. Yuri? I don't even know what to think there. Is she intrigued by what we just said? She looks like she's like, what? You want to go right here? Okay then. And Monica! Well, I have to say that's a new expression. She seems very unamused by this. A very big range of emotion going on here. Yeah, I'll be alright, see you in a bit then, Rob. I leave the club room without another word. Out into the hallway, I walk as fast as I can to the nearest bathroom, which, luckily for me, isn't too far away from here. Once I step inside and enter, I immediately stop myself and pull back at who I just saw, hoping I didn't draw any attention. It's Wallace, and he's washing his hands right now. Of all the times, he wants to reveal. Yup. Oh no. We're kind of in a hurry right now. Why does this have to be the time we run into Wallace? Find another washroom, but we're kind of in a hurry. What's he doing here? Well, washing his hands. Oh, right. He's the principal's son. Does he always stay after school like this? Okay, I know he hasn't caused any trouble lately, but I could probably get away with using this bathroom. But I'm not taking any chances of dealing with this douchebag. That's why I hear the sound of the water being turned off. Shit, he's leaving. Out now. Quietly stepping out of the bathroom, I turn around and practically run the opposite way, towards the stairs, and make my way to a downstairs bathroom. I don't care that it's out of the way, I'd rather do this than put up with him. And let me guess, we're gonna run into one of Wallace's friends in there and gonna have to find yet another bathroom to run to. And this is gonna take a while for us to finish. The quest to find a bathroom is a long one. Okay, that's done, thank goodness. Making my way up the stairs into the club room, I can't help but hope that Monica isn't too upset with me. Carefully opening the door and walking in shows everyone just waiting around, nothing out of the ordinary. Okay. Sayori seems worried. Monica is still just as pissed. Natsuki has a neutral, slightly annoyed expression. And Yuri, I guess she was just waiting for us. Carefully opening the door and walking in shows everyone just waiting around, nothing out of the ordinary. Welcome back, Rob. We just came back from our bathroom break. Closing the door, I turn around and nervously look at Monica. I'm back. Monica then quietly clears her throat.
Alright, everyone's here. Gather round now.
Her tone of voice doesn't show as much enthusiasm as I'd like. Moving away from the door a little bit, I'm a bit surprised to see Yuri sidle up to me until our arms touch. Again, clingy girlfriend. Either way, it makes me smile to see her pretty face again. But yeah, that's not long hair because it was Wallace, the asshole. Either way, it makes me smile to see her pretty face again.
So to start out, the festival turned out to be a success for once. Unfortunately, we didn't gain any new members, but everyone still did a great job of performing in front of everyone.
I so badly want to breathe a sigh of relief about the whole no new members thing, but that would probably make Monica mad. Again.
I figured that now the festival's all over and we don't have to worry about it anymore, we could take a break when it comes to writing poems every day.
The whole room remained silent for a bit.
Monica, what do you mean? I was thinking once a week would be fine. Would every Thursday work for everyone?
Everyone seems to agree with Monica all at the same time. What she proposed is something I can live with. Wait a minute.
So Yuri, your poem was so good.
The poem I wrote for Yuri.
Oh, thanks, Monica.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I want to leave. I want to leave. After staring at nothing for a bit, I look over to see what Yuri's up to. She seems to be content right now. Feels really relieving to know she's not sad right now, like she was yesterday. For whatever reason, the feelings from last night slowly start creeping their way back to me, bothering me more than I'd like them to.
Was cute too.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki's shouting brings me back to reality, again. Usually I complain about how loud she is, instead I keep to myself. You're right, Yuri's got you beat by miles. Haha. The Yuri sim.
And Yuri, yours was very well done also. I didn't know you were capable of something that great.
Yuri appears to look a little more confident than usual.
Thanks, but if anything, Code is the one who deserves the cola that's here.
Man, words.
This was really good too.
Both hands go behind my back as I blush furiously against my will. I think Monika's laughing at my reactions.
I suppose so. The look on his face says it all.
Oh dear lord. I buried my face in both of my hands out of embarrassment. I think I can hear Yuri and Monika giggling at me.
That's enough for now, everyone. Tomorrow's gonna be a free day for all of us, so see you then.
After impulsively nodding at Monika, I turn my head towards Yuri to talk to her. She does the same thing, but I don't quite have it in me to smile, as my feelings are slowly eating away at me. Ready to head out?
Oh, of course.
With my backpack in tow and her bag in her hand, the both of us exit the club room and make our way to... I don't know whose house. We'll figure that out later. I've got something a little more important to worry about. Usually I think nothing of being out in the school's courtyard, but now it just feels strange. Last time me and Yuri were here, it was happy feelings that accompanied this place because of the festival. Now this place feels void of positivity. As me and Yuri walk hand in hand towards one of our houses, the nervousness in me is building up at an almost alarming rate at what's about to go down. This causes me to slow down a little bit. Yuri? I stop in my tracks entirely, which causes her to break away from me, a little bit abruptly. She then turns around to face me.
Code?
Looking up from the ground to her, with my face filled with concern, a crazy amount of sympathy for her that's been building up is becoming more apparent. Go back to Wallace and beat him up? Ah yes, that... No, we gotta save him for last. He still has one other friend we need to beat up first. Always take out the boss enemy last. Everything from yesterday seems to hit me all at once. It causes me to walk up and hug her tight, to which she eventually responds back and runs her hand through my hair.
Oh, what's the matter?
Her gentle voice makes it tough to keep my emotions in check, as I'm trying really hard to get a hold of myself. We stay like this for a while, with my head buried in her left shoulder. While my mind races, I'm trying to compose myself and fight back tears from building up. Gently breaking away from her once I feel ready, I place both arms behind my back, but I don't feel like making eye contact right now. Instead, I start gripping my backpack. I was thinking about yesterday. I'm trying not to acknowledge the word's presence. I'm just trying to pretend like it's a normal word, and it seems to work. If I just read the text without processing the word, I won't get annoyed by it. In fact, I didn't process it to the point that I couldn't even tell you that it showed up twice. Which is good. I was thinking about yesterday. An unexpected silence plays out between us, which makes me look down to the ground. I'm sorry to bring this topic up, but yesterday I told you I'm not going anywhere, so I wrote you something to show you how I feel. Pulling my backpack around and looking inside, I find the poem I wrote for her and present it to her. I wanted to wait until after the club so that no one else could read it. Her eyes light up a little bit as she takes my poem. She probably wasn't expecting something like this. Our new perspective. Never in this life would I ever fathom to come across a treasure laden in amber. The definition of beauty, the ardency of empathy. Your violet veil and lavender scent, I'd be a fool to let you go. Our time together, every moment with you, truly unforgettable, cherished dearly, a landscape of mystery, incongruent to the norm, the missing piece to the puzzle, as some would say. But not all good times will last. Crimson makes itself known in a way we wish it wasn't. The whirlwind of feelings that arise. Curiosity, relief, guilt, regret. That which could tear apart our castle walls. What can I do when the threat is so obvious? It's not true love if I run away. She'll no longer be a princess. I may be scared, but we're in this together. Even with our strengths combined, with a set of new eyes, let's not face our battles alone. We can rebuild our broken structure, brick by brick. I won't run and hide. I couldn't if I tried. I might not know what to do, but I do know we'll make it through. I've got that much faith in you. Yeah, another title drop, but this time it wasn't the name of the poem. I think last time it was the name of the poem. Not quite as much of a title drop, but we still got it. This feeling of anticipation about what she'll have to say is killing me inside. And it is very cute. I still think his previous poem was more on the cute side, but this one, again, also absolutely adorable. You can really tell how much they care for each other. It's kind of hard to keep it at bay. Eventually, she looks away from me and from it and back to me. Also, that one line about the whirlwind of emotions, that is apparently what he was stuck on. And the whole thing, like the regret and everything that he wrote after, I think he came up with those specific adjectives because he attempted to cut himself that night and stopped himself at the last second. The curiosity, the regret, yeah, it makes perfect sense. That is where those adjectives came from. So at least going down to the kitchen provided some inspiration. And he didn't actually go through with it, which is the good thing. Eventually she looks away from it and back to me. I guess it's time.
Code, do you really mean all of this?
While her reaction does bring me at ease a little bit, I still can't feel like my normal happy self. I do. She just stands there looking at me for a bit and then looks back at the poem.
I love it. It amazes me that you'd write something like this for me.
But the one for the festival was for you in some way. Oh well.
I'll treasure this dearly. I want it to be part of my everyday life.
She then holds it close to her chest. Yeah, you can definitely tell that she's slipping a little bit into Act 2, Yuri. Well, why don't you stick it to your fridge at home then? Everybody passes by their fridge at least one time a day, right?
You'll let me keep it?
Okay, that made me smile a bit. If only you knew. Yuri, you're so silly. Of course you can keep it. As she smiles back at me, another unexpected silence ensues.
Tell you what, Code, come over to my place tonight. We're finally gonna have dinner together, just the two of us.
A light bulb clicks on in my head, and excitement flows through, followed by a dumb smile. I'd love to.
It's going to be so much fun. The both of us alone together in my house, nobody to bother us.
Yuri, your Act 2 is showing.
That's a little weird.
I mean, she's not wrong. Nobody to bother us, though. Yeah, that means you won't get to see Natsuki, right? Now it looks like a light bulb clicked on in her head.
Oh, that's right.
We better get you back to your place so you can get stuff ready for everything. With her smile never leaving, she walks up to me as our fingers mesh.
Lead the way then.
With that, we both start walking in the direction of her house as I lay my head on her shoulder. For once, it feels kinda nice to be the shorter one. 1 hour later. And just like that, I'm almost at Yuri's house. Makes me really happy that we live relatively close to each other. So we walked her home, then went back to our house for about an hour, probably just to like prepare our prepare everything for tomorrow, you know, get put our bag down that we wouldn't need at her place, maybe change out of our school uniform, stuff like that. I imagine that's why we took the 1 hour detour back to our house afterwards. Oh well. It takes 1 hour to walk from their school to Yuri's house. No. It doesn't look like we're with Yuri now. So I think we went to Yuri's house to drop her off, then went home to drop off our bag, to change clothes and maybe grab some other stuff, and then went back to her house like an hour later. I think that's it. Probably, right? Maybe. But I could be wrong. Walk to our house and back to the walk to her house and back to my house was nothing out of the ordinary. All I really did when I got home was throw a t-shirt and jacket on and leave. There you go. Unfortunately, I don't have any chocolate to bring over to her, but that's okay. Maybe next time. Fidgeting my hands in excitement, my mind starts to become adventurous, thinking of all that's gonna happen when we're at her place. It almost makes me want to start running to get to her place sooner, but people might be watching me while I'm outside and may start silently judging. Mystery solved. Yeah, the game told me. But I figured it out ahead of time. Master Detective Code on the case. I don't know why I'm worried about stuff like that. Happily approaching her front door while keeping my excitement in check, I knock on her door 3 times. Had to say how long it would take me to walk. I would say around... Now here's the question. Do you usually walk? 3 days, so you do use... You either drive by car, use public transportation, I don't know. Probably public transportation then. But I feel like that is, of course, the case for a lot of people. Not everyone can live close to their school all the time. Alright. Not long after, an almost muffled voice emerges from her house.
Come in.
With my smile still intact, I open her front door and step in. Once I'm inside her house, my nose immediately picks up on how different her house smells, and the distinct sounds of sizzling are overpowering. Take a plane. Damn. That would be long. As soon as I close the door, Yuri, in her really nice blue shirt, looks over to me from her kitchen.
Over here, Code.
Walking over to the kitchen shows her working away in front of her stove. On her counter there are various bottles of sauces, some cooking wine next to her stove, and a master lock still in its package for whatever reason. A kitchen knife and cutting board can be seen lying around in her sink. Her fridge shows the poem I wrote being held up by a magnet, which brings me joy. I see 2 post-it notes, neither of those look like a poem. 0 out of 10 mod, not very accurate. My immersion is ruined. Ah. Alright. Looks like she's got beef and broccoli cooking. Smells way too good. Can't help but side hug her and watch her do her thing. You got it all wrong? She has a second fridge. Oh! Okay, so she has another fridge off screen. I got it. Thank you. Now my immersion is restored. Immersion restored. Let's continue. Thanks for inviting me over. She then looks over to me. It feels nice to be this close to her.
Oh, of course. How does helping me out sound?
Of course I'd love helping out my girlfriend. Sure, what can I do? As she finishes messing around with what she's doing, she turns away, opens a drawer and an upper cupboard, pulls out a big bag of rice and sets it on the counter next to me. Makes sense, I guess. Next she pulls out a rice cooker from the same cupboard and places it next to the bag of rice.
You know how to use a rice cooker, right?
Yeah, my mom taught me how to use it 2 years ago.
Fantastic. 2 cups will be just fine then.
After inspecting everything and mentally going over the task at hand, I look over to her with a sense of determination. Yeah, I can do that. Her always cute smile shows up as she proceeds to go back to whatever she's doing and starts humming to herself. New headcanon, every time there's a discrepancy between what's on screen and what's described, it's because there's another one off screen. It just works. It just works perfectly. Sliding up next to her, I start opening some drawers close to her to find the measuring cup I'll need. Once it's in my grasp, I open up the bag of rice, manage to pour out 1 cup successfully and place it where it's supposed to go. The person doesn't match, it's because a clone of them mysteriously showed up. Exactly. There's always I mean, come on, it's DDLC. We're fully aware that this is a game. A simulated reality. Even Monica is aware of it sometimes. There totally could be clones. In fact, some mods even have stuff like that. I mean, take that time that, you know, we got all the different MCs for Sayori, who all then simultaneously friend-zoned her. I remember that fondly. Oh, you don't know, I might stream a little bit longer. Who knows how long I'll stream. I never go for exactly 3 hours. It's usually around the 3-hour mark. Sometimes it goes on longer, sometimes less, I remember. In fact, I wrote that. Oh, really? You remember that one because you wrote it? I was 99% sure that that was your work. 99% sure, but I didn't want to say it in case of the 1% chance that I was wrong. But I guess my memory was correct after all. But the incredible friend zone. Because once wasn't enough. I mean, to be fair, I've played like, what, 3 of your mods, I think? Right? Maybe? I think so. So, very well could have been. It seems very the likelihood is there. An army of dearest friends. Sad for her. Alright, once it's in my grasp. Right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'll continue. Place it where it's supposed to go, right. Lifting the bag up for a second one, I accidentally bring it up a little too far, and rice starts spilling onto the floor. Panic strikes me as I realize what's happening, and I bring my hand back down. Inspecting the mess on the floor, my emotions plummet as I realize I made her floor a mess again. Suicide and Yuri's new turn, so you played 3 of them. Yes. Maybe I'll pick up another one eventually, but currently, again, after I'm done with this mod, I'll be on a short break until from the DLC until the Season 3 collection of Club Meetings comes out, at which point that will take a while to finish, and then I'll see what I'll pick up next, although I have gotten a lot of other recommendations too. We will see. But there are definitely some things that I am interested in playing, like, you know, the what was it called, Turquoise mod that you're working on, I think. Right? That was the name, I believe. Like, that would be interesting when it's out of... I think it's still just a demo, right? Yeah, okay, got it right. Wait, I just realized... Oh, you just realized? Yeah, I could check out the demo technically, or I could wait for the full release. We'll see how it plays out. Again, though, since, you know... Again, with waiting for club meetings, and that being probably a pretty long mod, I'm sure by the time I don't know how long it'll take. Until then, maybe there is gonna be a bigger update, like an updated demo or more. Who knows? I will not. Inspecting the mess on the floor, my emotions plummet as I realize I made a floor mess again. Placing my face in both my hands, I begin shaking my head, let out an anguished sigh, and place my head on her counter. Can't believe I let this happen again. What's she gonna say when she... The sound of rustling around close to me somehow snaps me out of my trance. Looking up and about shows... What? I didn't know I needed this. What in the... Nice one, Yuri. Why is she holding a broom? Interesting that you could see that, because I can't. Is it behind her back? I literally can't see her holding the broom. We can just assume it's behind her back, you know? It's fine. So in this, it might be fellow gentlemen. Oh. Gonna sweep, sweep, sweep. It's a mystery clone. It could also be the mystery clone, right? I see that and I'm thinking, is that a Baldi's Basics reference? I never played the game, but that's the only thing I can think of. Baldi reference? Can't help but start laughing to myself due to how silly she's being. Starlight magic right on street. So beautiful. It was really beautiful and disturbing, I agree. it seems so simple in concept just to like retell the story from a different perspective. But it's how well it was written and executed that really made it allowed it to shine. Like the concept of switching the perspective itself is something that, again, it seems simple, but executing it correctly, I can definitely tell how much of a challenge that would be. Makes me wonder if there are mods that retell the story from Natsuki's or Sayori's perspective. That would also be interesting, potentially, if that exists. Can't help but start laughing to myself due to how silly she's being. As she starts sweeping the mess up, my laughter becomes a little more apparent. I think I love this girl. What do you mean you think? You just realized that now? Watching her clean up the mess, strangely enough, both puts me at ease, but subsequently makes me feel guilty. I should be the one cleaning it up. Once she's all done, I walk up to her and bring my head down a little bit. Sorry about that. I didn't mean it. To my surprise, she walks up to me and carefully places her hand on my shoulder. Now, I will likely slowly start looking for a good stopping point. I don't want to stop randomly because we hit the 3-hour mark. I will continue. Who knows, maybe this chapter won't last too much longer. Then again, it's still bright outside, so I don't think we will quite be playing till the end of the chapter. But we'll see. We'll see.
It's okay, darling. This kind of stuff happens. Do be more careful next time, though, okay?
On Spanish. Ah, well, I couldn't watch it in that case. Big Sag. But still, nice. Also, again, self-promotion, normally I don't mind. It came up naturally in this, normally I don't like it, but it came up naturally in this conversation, so I don't particularly mind.
Do be more careful next time, though, okay?
Hearing how not upset she is truly does bring me at ease, as a smile starts to make way. Alright, dear. As I'm starting to blush, she giggles at my remarks.
You're so silly, Code.
Says the one with the mustache.
I've been waiting for the perfect time to bring that out.
There she goes, making me laugh to myself again. Wait, how long has she... Never mind. I'm just glad she invited me over.
Everything looking alright so far.
She says that, so as I go to... she says that as I go to feel if the rice is done yet. Feels good enough. Yeah, should be good now. Bowl, please. Stirring the rice around one last time so that it doesn't stick to anything and unplugging the machine, the sound of sizzling has pretty much died down. Wouldn't have understood this, man. Why must language barriers be a thing that exists? It's horrible. Oh well, what can you do? You can't expect everyone to learn every language. Yuri hands me a vintage-looking white Pyrex bowl with green flowers painted on it. Huh, neat.
Everything's just about ready. Once you're all done, I'll meet you at the table.
With the bowl in my hands, I figure out where me and her will sit. Finding a suitable spot on her table, I place it away from her back that just so happens to be there and take a seat. The thought of looking around in her bag becomes interrupted by her voice.
Hey babe, you want water or tea?
Can't help but genuinely smile at her choice of words. Now normally, water would always be my drink of choice. I do like tea though. And specifically because Yuri is a tea connoisseur, I would definitely pick tea in this situation. Can't be the only one who would go for the blatantly correct choice. Knowing me though, I'm probably gonna be really thirsty during this. Ice water, please. Oh wow, you didn't go for the blatantly correct choice.
Sure thing.
Not long after, she approaches the table with both glasses and sets them down.
I'll be right back.
I can't help but watch as she walks back to the kitchen, pulls out a big plate and puts the main dish on it. While she's walking back to me, I can't help but wonder why she didn't bring a plate for me and her. That's when she sets the big plate directly in front of me and takes a spot on the other end of the table. Everything smells even better once I'm up close. The steam can be seen rising towards her ceiling. As impressed as I am with this, I'm still a bit confused about something. No plates for me and you? She reaches into her bag, pulls out both chopstick sets, and hands me one of them. I'm a little surprised she hasn't written my name on one of them or anything.
Well, I figured.
Oh, she's constantly switching them around. She wants as many indirect kisses to happen as possible. I imagine.
This would be okay. It's just the two of us after all.
Big plane instead of big plane. Ah, yes, a big plane on the table, where it should be.
There's nothing wrong with this, is there?
Well, I mean... not really. It's just... unique, that's all. Less stuff to dirty, too. I like that.
Yeah, that.
Sure, Yuri, that's your game here. I see. She's so cute when she smiles like that. As I smile at her silliness, I take my chopsticks, grab some beef that's in front of me, and eat away. Whoa. The initial flavor of this makes the hinge of my jaw tingle. This tastes like the opposite of dirt and failure. Not that I would know what dirt tastes like. Good job on this.
Oh, well, thanks. I thought you would appreciate this.
And that I do. As her smile grows, I can't help but enjoy this moment between us. There's a comfortable silence as I continue to stuff my face. The broccoli isn't mushy at all, which is awesome, and the rice feels just as good as it should. What even is the opposite of dirt? Good question. Air, maybe? I don't know. Potentially. But saying something tastes like air would also be insulting. Because it would basically be saying it tastes like nothing. Diamond? True, if you're going off of value, then diamond would make more sense. Thinking Minecraft, yeah, that makes sense. But then it would be netherite. One would think that trying to eat rice with chopsticks would be tough, but most people usually think of trying to pick up one grain by itself. The stickiness of white rice comes in handy and makes picking up big chunks of it quite easy. But yeah, old Minecraft, before the introduction of netherite and everyone had to upgrade their gear again. From Netherstart, aka Netherrack, I guess. Following Avatar, the last airbender rules, I would think air would be the opposite of... Well, there you go. My train of thought is interrupted by Yuri clearing her throat. I hope she's not choking on anything.
Hey, Code, I know this seems out of nowhere, but what is one of your earliest memories?
Yeah, that was most definitely out of nowhere. My earliest memory, eh? I set my elbow on the table and my chin on my hand as I indirectly stare at the plate in front of me. It takes me a while to think back that far. Okay, I got it.
Oh?
So, I myself don't quite remember this, but my mom told me about something I did back when I was 2. Back then, my mom had her own garden out in our backyard and would constantly pick tomatoes off the vine and eat them. I guess my mom got so fed up with that one day, she explicitly told me at the age of 2 not to take tomatoes off the vine anymore. Come 2 or 3 days later, she went out to her garden, only to find bite marks and chunks missing from tomatoes still on the vine. I can't help but giggle to myself at her response, as her chopsticks are now spread across the table.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I thought it was too. I guess I was overthinking things, even when I was that young. Now, what about you? What is one of your earliest memories? She picks her chopsticks back up and starts clicking them against each other, whereas I take some rice and stuff it in my mouth.
Well, I remember one time when I was 3 years old, my parents and I decided to take our old boat to the beach.
This is why clarity of communication is important. Yup. Instead of saying not to take the tomatoes off the vines anymore, you could have just said, please do not eat the tomatoes. But then we could have also been as smart as and been like, I'm gonna pick the tomatoes, put them somewhere, and not eat them.
But my parents and I decided to take our boat out on the beach. We were all having a good time until my dad thought it was a good idea to pick me up and hold me over the open water. He said something like, "Are you ready to go in the water?" That scared me, as I didn't know how to make water not go up my nose at the time. Plus, I couldn't quite talk properly, so I couldn't shout no.
Her chopsticks leave her hand again as she brings both her arms up in the air. She starts doing some weird waving motions with them.
That's when he said, 1, 2, 3, and tossed me overboard into the water. Granted, I was wearing a life vest. It was still really scary.
Wow. Father of the year. Nah, there are worse parents than that, definitely. He was definitely just joking around, but definitely didn't leave a positive impression on Yuri, I feel like. He's old. But yeah, that's a yikes. Didn't have the consciousness of obeying the rules. The rebel.
Do you know that burning feeling you get water up your nose?
I do know. Can't help but let out a sigh as past experiences strike me. I do, especially with all the sneezing that accompanies it. Made me cry a few times as a kid. I didn't say anything. I immediately took that back. What happened next, though?
Oh, my dad ended up shutting the boat off and hopping in to save me.
She does the finger quotes gesture when saying that last part. Wow, that does seem pretty scary, though. Why would you want to clip it? Up to you, I guess. Nice. Oh, that does seem pretty scary, though. Does that mean you're afraid of water, then? Wait, that's a dumb question. Does that mean she wouldn't shower, then? I could imagine she would be afraid of the ocean, maybe.
No, not scared. It has made me reluctant to learn how to swim. It's a shame that took away part of the experience of...
It's a shame. You don't care. Oh my god, man! That's when I set my forehead on her table at what I just thought of.
What is it?
I bring my head up to meet hers. I'm reminded of this one song that used to play in the grocery store speakers when I was a kid. I don't know why I overthink and analyze stuff so much, but like I said earlier, I did it even when I was young. I don't know the name of the song, but it was this one girl where she's like, you don't care, you don't see, you don't feel, you don't know. It's like, shut up, you can't read my mind. You don't know what I don't feel, or that I don't care, or I don't see. You can't read my mind. If anything, you're the one who doesn't know and doesn't see all. Anyway, whatever, I don't know. Yuri giggles to herself as I bite into some broccoli to help calm myself down.
I understand what you mean, Code. I can be the same sometimes when it comes to overthinking stuff. I've had a similar problem with that one anime song, the one that goes, "What is love, baby, don't hurt me." It's like, has anybody ever stopped to think about the fact that that song makes no sense? It's like, first he's asking what is love, and that's fine, that's an introspective kind of question, but then it's like, baby, don't hurt me. What is that? I mean... Sorry, so are you asking her what is love, or are you asking her not to hurt you?
Ha, you raise a fair point. Good to know I'm not alone when it comes to that kind of stuff. We both take bites out of the meal in front of us. I think after our dinner is over, we will likely wrap it up.
Oh, that reminds me, I don't know why this came to mind, but there was this one time when I was 6 years old. My parents had family over and I was playing with some of my relatives out by the pool. I really wish my mom wasn't recording us with a camcorder at the time. She has a tape of that day of me running around the yard screaming, "A bee! A bee!" the one time in my life when I was abnormally boisterous about something that frightened me, and I always get super embarrassed every time they play that tape.
Ouch, I'm guessing you're scared of bees too?
Well, I wouldn't say scared, just really cautious around them.
Understandably so. They can be frightening at times.
Indeed.
Reaching into the rice to grab some, I lose grip on it as it falls and sticks to the palm of my hand. That's pretty annoying. A bee. Oh, not the bees!
It's funny though, some of the things that stick with you like that, you know?
Yeah, tell me about it. She exhales loudly at my wordplay and the mess I've got myself into. I bet you were really cute as a kid though. She looks away and blushes for the... How many are those? That's 100. That's a million. Billion. Trillion. So 777 trillion, 777 billion, 777 million, 777,000 and 777th time. 777th time. Damn. Jesus Christ, why?
Everybody tells me that, but I beg to differ.
She looks back to me and smiles somewhat confidently.
If anything, you've made yourself sound like the cute one at such an age.
My face turns red in response, to which I hide in my hands for a bit. A few seconds pass, and I'm able to look back at her, who's giggling again. Oh, stop it, you. Next, I pick up the last piece of broccoli in front of us and look at it for a bit. Did you know I used to not like broccoli when I was young?
Oh?
Yeah, I really like it now, and I'm really happy that you made it today. Back when I was young, I just didn't like the taste of it. I tried telling my parents it was full of poisonous vitamins. She sets her hands on her table on the table again.
Even back then you were silly.
Oh yeah, well, I take my free hand and place it so our fingers are safe and snug together. You never stop being adorable, you know. Well, both of our cheeks turn bright red. This feels perfect, as if the butterflies in me are running laps around my heart. This doesn't last for long, as my eyes shift to what's left of the food in front of us. Does this mean we're done? Her smile seems to slowly fade away as she realizes what I'm looking at.
Oh, unfortunately so. I'll take care of everything.
As my hand separates from hers, she gets up from her chair, takes the plate and the bowl we used. I haven't got up from my chair yet, as I'm feeling more lazy than usual. Honestly, nap time sounds good right about now. Looking to the kitchen shows Yuri starting to mess around with her sink. I hope she doesn't mind me bothering her right now. I raise my voice a little bit so she can hear me from over there. Hey Yuri, can I take a nap on your couch?
Oh, of course.
Cool. Getting up from her chair, by using my arms to support me, I slowly make my way from her table to her living room couch. Laying down on my left side, I make a nice and comfy position on her couch. Despite there being no pillows around, I close my eyes for a bit and attempt to drift off into nap time. My eyes weren't even closed for 10 seconds and I am awoken by the feeling of my shoulder being tapped on. And what exactly is happening here is something we will see next time. I know it's just Yuri, but we'll see. We'll see where this goes next time. Anyway, I just want to thank you guys for watching these. Let me quit out right now. There we go. But yeah, that was it with DDLC for today. Our castle walls still definitely not over. But don't worry, we will continue our journey. The return of Minecraft to the channel will have to wait a little bit longer until then. But for now, let me just set everything up so we can get ready to raid someone. Watch Yuri come back in Yandere mode and do nasty stuff. I mean, she did tap on our shoulder there while we were sleeping. His mysterious clone again. That could also be. She's making herself known. Will only take 10 years. What will take 10 years? Finishing this mod? No, it won't. Club meetings was way longer. Is way longer. Again, we're still waiting for the Season 3 collection to come out. Alrighty then. Let's see who we could raid today. Okay, we could raid Alex Gambits for some Five Nights at Freddy's. Security Breach. We could go for some Genshin Impact if we raid Holographic Hay. Or we could try to raid someone new, maybe a random DDLC streamer. I will leave this decision to chat. I will see what the first vote will be. The first one to raise that to get their decision out will be the one who I listen to. Random DDLC streamer, Alex Gambits, or Holographic Hay. DDLC, FNAF Security Breach, or Genshin. Decisions. Alex Gambits? Alright, it's been decided. Also a good decision, since Alex is currently facing Music Man! You need to go shopping, so I'm gonna decline the vote. That is fair. What do you mean, wait, Security Breach? But yeah, Music Man! Let's get this raid set up. Alright, again, everyone, thank you so much for watching this stream. I had a blast today. It is surprising. It's surprising news that this mod is longer than I expected, but also pleasant news at the same time. We will continue this next week after all. And again, Friday, as always, will be Friday Night Funkin'. Probably no streams during the week, most likely, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching and goodbye to everyone. Also, of course, goodbye to those of you who are watching this as a VOD. Your support has also been greatly appreciated, and who knows, maybe I'll see you around live in the future. I would certainly appreciate it, but no pressure. Until then though, everyone, have a good day, or night, and goodbye.